And we're live. And it's Saturday night at 10:35 p.m. And guess who's having a drink and having a chill? Amy, me. What's up, guys? If anybody's even here right now, does anybody even care? Hi, Red Guy. I know you care. Hey, Chris. Hi, Wanty. What's going on, guys? So let me tell you about my day because that's what I'm going to do because this is the me stream. Oh, do I have my vape? Look, I even prepared. I got everything over here. I got my water bottle. I got my lip gloss. I got my gum. I got my vodka water. I got my vaporizer. And we're going to chill. We're going to chill, okay? Maybe I should consider dropping this link. I'm going to take it and I'm going to prepare it so that when I'm ready to drop it somewhere, I'm just going to Control V that shit. And then it'll be good to go. And anybody who wants to drop in is welcome to drop in. Maybe I'll even drop it in the chat because I'm feeling a little ballsy today. You know what I'm saying? Feeling a little bit ballsy. Hey, HH, Hellbound Heathen, Kenneth, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. I hope you're having a drink. Oh my God, it's Ricky. Ricky, hi. No, keto isn't off. Hey, Hollow Wiki, it's Amy coming at you with the new, nothing new at all, actually, just some whatever the fuck I do, Cheers. So my beverage of choice today is Finlandia vodka with water. I went grocery shopping yesterday, and upon exiting the store, I hopped into Discord to chat with my friends, and they heard me purchasing this alcohol, talking to everybody in the liquor store, asking how their night's going, and they get freaked out. They're so weird about it. They're like, oh my God, why is this girl talking to me? Why is this human being talking to me? Bitch, I just want to stack this liquor and I want to go home in an hour when it closes. I don't want to have to deal with your shit. But then I'm like, hi, how are you? And they're like, all right. It's a little disarming, you know? It's a little disarming. And they're like, all right, I guess I can answer her questions. Grant, I will never stop being loud. Okay? So you should know that when I'm talking, you should turn the volume way down. Way down. Oh yeah. Chris Holowicki. I hear that somebody tried to use a grappling hook and climb into your place. I didn't get to check the video out yet, but I heard about it from everybody else, and I also did see the tweet, and it made me giggle just a little bit, like, what is this motherfucker, Batman or something? No. I also heard from Alfie today that apparently it's Batman Day. I don't know what that entails. I don't know why it's Batman Day. I mean, what was the day that Batman... Let's Google this. What was Batman's first day? Why is it Batman Day today? Let's Google. Why is it Batman Day today? Today is Batman Day, the annual celebration of all things Batman in honor of his first appearance in Detective Comics number 27 back in 1939. Damn. This year's Batman's Day marks the 79th anniversary of Bob Kane and Bill Finger's beloved co-creation, and for the 5th year in a row, God damn it. God damn it, as Grant says. For the 5th year in a row, fans of The Dark Knight have celebrated the world's greatest detective in all his incarnations. For some, those celebrations include a variety of Batman-themed celebrations at retailers, with special Batman offerings, such as an early copy of the first chapter of Batman, White Knight. There are also special... He was White Knight before it was cool. You hear that, motherfuckers? There you go. There are also special Batman Day digital sales online from DC Comics on readdc.com, Comixology, Google Play, Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble Nook, and iTunes. Batman-connected celebrities have also taken to celebrating the day, with Kevin Smith sharing a quote from Batman. The brave and the bold, Joker voice actor Mark Hamill giving a shout-out to Batman, the animated series, star Kevin Conroy, and even the Batman director Matt Reeves taking a moment to honor the Caped Crusader with a sweet dancing Bat Family gif. We all know in 2018, gifs are the way. Do you know the way? I know the way. The way is gifts. Fans have also taken to social media to celebrate Batman themselves, sharing all kinds of tributes to the iconic hero on both Twitter and Instagram. From fan art to touching tributes to even pets getting in on the action, DC fans all over the world are taking a moment to celebrate. And we've rounded up some of our favorites. Well, I'm not going to read the rest because I can't show you the pictures. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't have a boob tattoo. Where are you seeing a boob tattoo? I'm wearing lace. You see? This is lace. Classy ladies wear lace because we want to hide stuff, but not really, though. This is how I do comfortable stuff. Just wear whatever I want. I got this really nice robe yesterday. It's so silky. It's so silky. Devin, what did we talk about earlier? I'm all about the me squad because I don't give a fuck about they. And right now, you are they, and I am me, and I'm all about me. Do you like how I cleverly titled the stream with me in brackets? Okay, so let me talk about my day, okay? Because it was such a good day, and I'm still kind of riding the high of it, and I just finished talking to my friends, and I fucking love those guys, even though they're like the worst degenerates on the planet. I love them. AIU crew, number one. So, my drunken degenerate ass was up until almost 5 a.m. this morning. I woke up at 10 a.m. I made myself a bomb-ass omelet, which of course was keto because I'm on that keto shit right now. And then I went shopping to these outlet malls near Vancouver Airport. And as you can see in the back, there are a couple of shopping bags on my couch because I bought a new jacket and I bought new workout pants and a new workout shirt. And they're so cute. Oh my God. They're blue and they have this black pattern on them. And then the shirt is black. It's actually a super sexy color combination. I'm like, yeah, bitch. Colors. It's all about colors. And then after that, I went to the gym and I had a me date, my perfect me date. I took myself to the gym. I worked on those glutes. I worked on those legs. And then I went into the pool and the sauna. I swam for a bit and I was listening to some really bomb-ass music while I was working too. So I was really jacked up and excited. I also just took a shower and I listened to that same bomb-ass music because music, right? Why not? And then, so back to my gym thing, swimming. I need to do more of that. It's so nice. And now that it's getting nice and cold outside, it's actually really nice to get into the sauna and just lay there for 20 minutes and steam off the day. Just let all the bullshit evaporate. Let it evaporate off of you and come and have fun. Is it just me or is fun very underrated? Can't have fun without someone trying to chew your ass out these days. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, what do you do in your life if you have a problem with people having fun? What are you doing with your life, right? People come out and they do their shit and they're having a good time. Like this is a pointless exercise. Why am I in front of a camera right now? Why am I talking right now? It's because I like the engagement. This is so fun to me. I like talking about myself, okay? I like to share the things that I do. I don't know why necessarily. It's definitely there's some selfishness and just like me there. But other than that, it's like I could just talk to myself, you know. I'm like my own best friend. How can you not be your own best friend? And you're not going to be your own best friend if you're actually an asshole. You're probably going to resent yourself. And that's why people have shitty relationships too, because they resent themselves. All right, so chat, let's see what's happening. What the hell is up with this keto crap? So I wanted to try something different with my diet. I know it's kind of a fad thing happening right now, but I'm an avid listener of the Joe Rogan Experience. He's on the keto diet. He's talked about it a lot. And I figured, you know what? Every so often, you got to change shit up and you got to try something different. And I like the structure. It's very strict. There's certain things I can't eat. There's a lot of things I can't eat, but there's a lot of things I can eat. So I figured I'm going to try it. I'm going to see what it does to my body, and I just want to observe and kind of chill out and, figure it out. And I'm really enjoying it so far. It's very minimal carbs. Highest content in your food will be fat and then protein. So my proportions right now is I'm getting 75% of my calories from fat, 20% of my calories from protein, and 5% or less optimally of carbs. But the stuff that I'm eating is so good. Like this morning, I made this 3-egg omelet, and the insides were kale, mushrooms. I cut up some farmer sausage, and I wrapped that bitch up, and then I ate it, and it was really good. Oh, I also diced in some cherry tomatoes. So I get to eat things like bacon, sausage, fun stuff. Who doesn't like bacon and sausage? Not this girl, not this one. I love it. But obviously, I have a food scale now, so everything needs to be measured, and you can't just be eating all the fat shit all the time because it'll fuck you up and just make you feel a little bit fat. I got the keto flu the first week, and Dan was like, I bet if I do this, I won't get the keto flu. You're just a bitch. And I was like, whoa, excuse me. So now he's on this whole keto shit. And I yapped about it so much. And now I got Lance on that shit. And Lance is on that keto shit. And in my Discord, I have a keto chat. So all of us gay keto flu people, we go in there. I share my meals. I've shared recipes. I share stuff because it's like, it's fun. It's fun to have your friends participate in things with you, and we can like share our experiences. And maybe it's a little bit gay, but I quite enjoy that. It's nice to have friends to do that stuff with you. Oh my God, there's another Devin. Devin with an I. Hello, Devin. Don't get that vegan gains. Yeah, that's all I'm going to react to in regards to that. I don't need to say anything else. I'm assuming anybody who is here right now has seen it. And I hope you enjoyed that, because that was a royal bitch slapping, because he's a goddamn cunt. You know who else is a goddamn cunt that I was talking about with Rogue earlier? Oh, you're a him fan? No, I'm not a him fan. This tattoo that I got is a tattoo that I got when I was maybe 20 something and really stupid. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, it's a heart and a star. It's so cute. It like perfectly encapsulates my girly personality. And this would be the perfect spot for it. And I definitely regret it now, because a lot of people were like, oh my God, you're a fan of him? And I'm like, who? Who's him? I don't know what you're fucking talking about right now, okay? I don't know what you're talking about. This is a heart and this is a star. That's what this is. And it's fucking cute. Can you just appreciate the symbol? But no, because obviously the symbol has a connection to something of which I had no idea. So it is what it is. I don't remember what I was even talking about. Oh yeah, keto. So I found that after starting keto, I think it's been a few weeks now. I've been really good with it, minus 2 weeks ago when a friend and myself tripped the fuck out and we got so much junk food. Like, I always sit here, right? And when I talk, I'm always preaching like, you need to be healthy, you need to care about what you eat, you really need to work out, this, and that. And then I went and I ate probably all the amount of sugar that I had in 2017 in that one day. Like, it was so fucking bad. I can't believe I wasn't having chest pains, okay? It was like, it was so bad. It was like everything I looked at, I was like, oh my God, we got to get this. We got to get this. We got to get this. I had this like such the yummiest donut. It was like a Long John shape, of course. And it had this vanilla cream on top and like chocolate swirl glaze on it. But the inside had this whipped cream in it. And it wasn't like the heavy, gross, nasty whipped cream. It was like light and fluffy and airy, where it left that buttery kind of taste in your mouth, but it didn't feel like it was just too heavy. It was so good, but I was also really quite gone. So I'm sure that definitely had an effect on the way that I was tasting it. We got this cup that had these straws, these candy straws in them that also have like a sugary cream filling in them. And we got sour keys. We got these Slurpee gummy bears. I got a pepperoni stick with cheese. Holy crap. Such a fat cow. I had such a fat cow day, and it was the best ever. Sometimes I feel like I deserve those days where I just indulge and I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. But then I wake up the next day and I usually feel shitty. Not the next day. You know what we did the next day? We woke up and we went to Denny's. Okay. We went to Denny's and we got, just let me talk a little bit first. Okay, Kenneth. And then I will invite people on. Okay. It's me. It's about me right now. Just let me be all about me. So we got this fat breakfast. Sometimes I wonder where in this 5-foot stature of a body I fit the amount of food that I eat. So of course we smoked a couple dubs. It was on my way home. Brian was driving me home. I got this breakfast that was 2 eggs, 2 strips of bacon, 2 sausages, hash browns, and a side of pancakes. And I got some orange juice. And motherfucker, I'm pretty sure I ate all of it. My plate was clean. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Because usually I eat like this much at a time, this much. So for me to be able to eat like that much at a time, totally different experience. It was so much fun. But maybe I should show you my clothes. And then after I do that, I'm going to throw a link in here. Okay. Let me show you my clothes. Oh my God. Shoes. Hold on. Oh my God. Shopping. I am totally having an Amy and Shell with myself. Hardcore gentlemen. You are so right. I have so much fun. Don't you have fun doing things on your own with yourself? I definitely do. I like hanging out with me. I think I'm cooler than most people, so I just hang out with myself, and it's so fun. So here's this cute workout shirt that I got that's like, it's all airy-fairy and loose. Hey, TJ, what's up? And then I got these adorable blue pants to match. Look at that. Look at the pattern on that. Isn't that nice? Hell yeah, Nike. People were like, I'm boycotting Nike because y'all put Colin Kaepernick on your ads. And I'm like, nope, not me. I'm going to the Nike store and I'm going to check out the sales and I'm going to see if they have anything that I like. Do they? They definitely do. Look at these pants. And look, one of my hands is painted and one of them is not because I was a drunken mess last night. And you know what I did? I painted this hand, right? And then I got too drunk and I was off the fucking rails last night. Ask Devin, ask anybody. I was going crazy. And then I forgot to paint my nails on my big brown hands, right? So there's these pants with the matching shirt. So cute, right? I was supposed to buy bras today, guys, but unfortunately, I was unable to find anything that I liked. And so I just didn't. Now let's look at the jacket that I got. Now, I needed a new jacket. Here it is. It's a bench jacket. It's real nice. I really, really enjoyed. Let's see if I can put this on top of my robe because I'm not taking my robe off because I'm not wearing anything underneath. How tall am I? I'm 5 feet. Oh my God, this thing is so cute. It's perfect because it's light, but it also has lining in it, which is nice and warm. It's heavy. but not too heavy. Perfect everyday kind of jacket, you know? So you can just leave this here. Thanks for indulging me. Okay. Right. Here we go. Hi. Hi. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw the link in the chat. Anybody who wants to come. What's red? What's the red on my robe? It's not what's red on my robe. It's what's red under my robe. You see? But, guys, behave. There you go. So, anybody who wants to come hang out, you're welcome to come do so. Oops. And we can have a chat. And I'm having a drink and just chilling out. Oh, look at you. You are going to be banned. Because I don't appreciate your country here. And I'm not going to put up with you being a cunt to me. That's not how things work here. If you're going to be a dick, you get no chat privileges and you can get the fuck off my channel. Don't like me? Don't watch. Why are you watching? I get it, because we like to hate watch certain people, right? There's something about them that you just can't quite put your finger on that you want to watch because you hate them. But those people, aka me in this situation, has the ability to discern whether I want your energy in my life, and I don't. Hey, is that you, Kenneth?
Yes, it is. Hold on one second.
Okay.
There we go.
Bye, you cunt in the chat. Come at me. Come at me. You want to call me a cunt? You want to call me some shit? Let's do this. Let's rumble, right, Ken? These motherfuckers want to come up in here. It's all these little vegan gain faggots. Like,
Amy's about to open up a can of whoop ass.
Yeah, I'm about to fight. Earlier, oh my God, earlier I was talking to Rogue. I don't know if you've ever spoken to Rogue, but she's this adorable, sweet person from California who I love very much. And we were talking about Andy Worski, right? And he like messaged me out of nowhere a little while ago, like last week or something. And he's like, hey, yo, so are we going to do that stream? Because we were trying to arrange something before. And then I went on his stupid Purple Dragon stream. And I went on his stupid Purple Dragon stream. Him and all his cunty friends were trying to come at me about Amy and Chill. Like, oh, you're fucking exploiting men. You're just ripping men off, blah, blah, blah. Right? And I was like, okay, whatever. I just sat there and I kind of dealt with it, whatever. And then he just stopped talking to me. Suddenly, like 2 weeks ago, he pops back into my DMs and he's like, hey, so are we going to stream? I'm like, these are the days I'm free. This is what's up. I told him I'd be free on a Sunday. And he goes, okay, yeah, whatever. And then he messaged me on like a Saturday earlier in the day. I didn't get back to him until Sunday in the afternoon. He's like, dude, I fucking texted you that like yesterday. What the fuck? And I'm like, well, this is when I said I'm free. Do you want to do it? And he's like, nah, not really. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then he came at me again. And he's like, well, we're going to stream. I'm like, I told you when I'm free. Like, if you want to do this, we can do this. Are you going to be a fuckboy again? And well,
I thought you wanted people to email you if they wanted to set up an appointment.
That's for Amy and Chill. So I was just.
Oh, this was just a regular hangout.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
I see.
Amy, can you imagine him doing Amy and Chill? He could. He does not have the balls to admit that he needs something like that. He's too busy appeasing his 13-year-old fans. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jesus. You gotta get vegan gains on again.
oh my God, why? It's the next time he will fucking explode. Did you see him? He honestly, Ken, he was shaking, man. Like,
I know. I was loving that when he was just sitting there and he kept saying the same thing over and over and over again, and his mic was cut.
Does personal pleasure justify torturing an animal? Does personal pleasure justify torturing an animal? I was like,
he only has one argument. He has one moral argument, and that's it.
But here's the thing.
He doesn't address the protein issue, because if you're a vegetarian, and especially if you work out, you have to maintain protein levels, and you have to eat all these various proteins just to get the same protein you would get if you ate meat. So
yeah, I mean, they'll always say shit like. So I remember I was talking about how like we've evolved to this point. Our digestive systems have evolved to eat meat, you know, like all this kind of stuff. And he's like, that's the naturalistic fallacy. You can't use that as an argument. It's not an argument. And I'm like, you also cannot discount nature. from your argument, period. This is a problem you're going to run into if this is something you actually care about.
You also can't just make up logical fallacies.
Oh my God, I know, right? Anything is a fallacy with those guys. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So how are you? How have you been? What have you been up to?
Oh, I've been doing all right. I'm
Yeah.
changing jobs soon,
Hmm.
so see how that affects my video making time. But I'm sure it'll be just fine. But
Yeah.
that's about it. And
Are
then
you
just hanging
excited
out.
to start your new job?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited about it. I mean, it's a different move than I'm used to. So it's going to be new territory for me.
Hmm.
So it's along the same lines that I usually do, but it's also going into a new area. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm excited about it, but a little nervous too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's always weird to start something new, isn't it? I think a lot of the time it's what holds people back from actually doing anything different is that they get so comfortable doing things that they're used to that it prevents them from really having any experience or gaining any new skills or trying something different because like trying something new in and of itself comes with a whole set of skills, right? There's always like a weird underlying fear to try something new because you don't want to fail. When you're doing something you're comfortable with, you know that there's less of a chance you're going to fail. But when you try something new, the potential for failure is higher. So
hmm
it holds people back, which is kind of lame. But
yeah, I don't think I'm going to fail at it. It's just a
yeah.
new thing. That's all.
No, I'm not talking about you in particular. I'm
You're
just
just
saying
talking about it in
generally.
general. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, change is unknown, and so of course it's fearful, and people fear what they don't know, what they don't understand. So yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah, I mean, you just get used to it. You just keep doing and just I think it's really exciting to keep doing something different. Like if it scares you and you do it and you go past that, that's
Hmm.
fantastic. Most
Yeah.
people like they get to that point where it's scary and it's like, nope, not going to do it, and they just back
Yeah.
off because it's much more comfortable to stay in that groove,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Hmm. Definitely. What else is going on with you? Everything's good. What are the kinds of things that
Uh-oh,
pop
putting me
into
under
your
the third
mind?
degree.
Huh?
I said you're putting me under the third degree.
I am. I'm
What are you doing? Who
curious.
are you? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm so curious because I like listen, me asking you questions after you give your little spiel is going to give me a chance to talk about me. So,
Oh, okay. It's all about the Amy.
hello Amy, it's the Amy
Me.
show. Yeah. Are you drinking? Are you having a drink tonight?
I am drinking Ace. It's
What's
a
that?
dry apple cider.
That sounds
It's a new one.
fantastic.
Yeah, it is. If I'm sure most like some people I know have been over to England, but if you go to England and you
Mhm.
drink beer or cider over there, it ruins it for American beer because you discover how crappy our beer is here.
Yeah,
And cider's the same thing. I've never been able to find a good cider here, and eh, this one's okay, but it's not a
it
good
doesn't
cider.
cut it.
It's
So
not
they
the
do
cider
they
you get
do
in England.
alcohol better over there in the European side.
Yeah, well, exactly. And we put all kinds of preservatives and crap and stuff like
Hmm.
that into the alcohol here and over there. I don't know. I don't think they put as much in, or I don't know. It just tastes different. It just tastes better over there.
Yeah, I mean, in general, even the food over there, like places in France and stuff, right? They compare a lot of the quality of food because over here, a lot of our stuff is they're like science fair projects, right? Like you said, lots of preservative, lots of additives, lots of things that are fillers that aren't actually quality ingredients. Whereas over there, they eat a lot of high fat stuff, but it's
hmm
all naturally like it's all natural. They don't use it's preservatives. It's fresher.
Yep. I was surprised too because I went to Ireland first and then went over to England. But in Ireland, the food was so good.
Mm.
And people were telling me that, oh, English food, it's all bland, there's no flavor to it.
Hmm.
But it was really good. It was really good. Some of the Indian restaurants over there are really,
Hmm.
really good. Because
You know,
American Indian food is it's all right, but
yeah.
it's better over there, I think.
So there's like a very beloved Indian dish called chicken tikka masala.
hmm
I'm sure
hmm
you've heard of it. Did
hmm
you know that originated in Scotland? Because I didn't know that.
I actually did. I actually heard that. There's also one other dish that was invented in England.
What does that do?
I can't remember what it is. Somebody in the chat probably knows. But yeah, yeah, okay. So it was invented in Scotland, huh?
Yeah. Isn't
Yeah,
that
that's
interesting?
surprising. They'll eat anything
Um,
over there.
really? So tell me about your experience in Ireland. I have a couple of friends who are going to be meeting up in Ireland at the end of October, I think.
Oh, nice. Do you know which
Yeah.
part they're going to go to?
No, I have no clue.
Oh, okay.
But where did you go? What was your experience? How were the people? What was the food like? You went to the bars, you drank, like what did you do?
Oh man, it was great. I went in the summertime, so I went in June, and I flew into Dublin, and it was pouring rain. And this was the very first day of my trip, and my trip was almost a month long.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be my fucking trip. It's gonna be rainy. I'm gonna have a horrible time. But after that, it cleared up, and it was fantastic. It was
Mm-hmm.
great. I kind of like made a circle around Ireland. I
Mm-hmm.
flew into Dublin. I went down along the coast towards Cork,
Yeah.
and then around the side to some other places that I can't pronounce,
Yeah.
and then went and then went over towards the edge of Northern Ireland. I didn't go into Northern Ireland,
Mm-hmm.
but around like Meath, around the center, and then
Yeah.
came back to Dublin, and then flew over to England. But
And what did you think of England? Did you like England? Where did you go there? Because I have a lot of friends over there, like in different
mhm,
corners of that country.
yeah, who are probably a lot more familiar with England than I am.
Well, duh, they live there, right? So,
Yeah, right, exactly.
but I
So I
mean, that's
flew
not what I'm
into.
asking you. Because if I was going to England, I'd be in the position that you were when you went there,
Mhm.
right? I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you might be able to have places to stay over there, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to help you a lot because
Oh, yeah.
I had to get hotels and they're not
Hmm.
cheap.
No.
Yeah. So that helps out a great deal. But yeah, I mean, if you go there and you know the people there, that's even better because then they can take you around to the sites and you can go and
Hmm.
visit everything. And also, if you have a place to stay, you can stay a lot longer.
Yeah, exactly. But
Mhm.
then there's this whole issue of like, I only get this amount of time off from work and nah, nah, nah,
Mhm.
nah, nah.
Yeah.
Real life is super gay, right? Like adulting, don't you get tired of
Super.
adulting? Like, why do I have to always say no to myself? Like, even today, I went shopping, right? And I have been in dire need of clothes. Like, I need a lot of things. So I'm slowly trying to buy things that I need. And there was this jacket that I got, and there was another one. And they were both on sale. And I could have bought the other one, but it's like, I can't buy both things. This is unreasonable just because you're here
Men
now.
don't care about clothes, Amy.
I know, but
You
purchasing
start
in
talking
general.
clothes and my eyes glaze over. I'm like,
Okay, okay. But we can apply this principle to any purchasing, right? So anything that you need or that you want, that you kind of need or want, sometimes you have to limit yourself and you can't buy all the things
mhm.
because, you have to be financially smart, which is
Yeah, you have to
gay.
be yeah, you have to be smart. You have to be an adult. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I get bored of that and I wish it wasn't like that, but what are you gonna do?
Well, what is it? What are the things you want to do that you feel like being an adult is keeping you from doing?
I know your eyes are going to glaze over, but I definitely do need some more clothes. One thing that I would like to purchase is a camcorder because my
Mm,
iPhone now, that's what I've been using to film. So when I go out and I'm like out and stuff and I just take video, I use my iPhone as my camera. But for some reason it's fucking up really badly. Like when I use the front camera and I record for long bits of time, it takes the audio and the video out of sync,
mm,
right? And that's a difficult problem to deal with because even if I do put that in Premiere, I can't quite line it up because
yeah.
there's just something wrong when it converts into the program.
I mean, you
So,
can, but you have to cut it, and yeah, it
oh
takes
my God, it's
a
so much
long
work.
time.
Like
Yeah.
editing is so much work. You don't appreciate how difficult it is to edit videos. And like you
Hmm.
see these people put these masterpieces together, right? You've seen like Devin's videos. They're
Yeah,
so fucking insane.
exactly. I was just gonna say it's like
Yeah.
Devin makes it look so easy, and it's like,
Yeah, but
fucking
he's
shit,
like
man.
pro
How
now,
the
right?
fuck does he do it?
Yeah, you know that he's put in 10,000 plus hours on that shit because it's for him it's just like second nature. He just does that shit.
Well, yeah, but he's got a knack for it.
No,
I mean,
for
he
sure.
seriously does. So he knows, he goes through and he just, like when he does his live streams, he just goes through and edits it as he goes
Hmm.
along.
Yeah,
When I sit down and edit, I sit there and I watch the fucking thing like 5, 6
me
times.
too.
It just takes so long, and I'm like, okay, what am I to do here? And
Yeah.
I mean, even if I like sort of plan it out beforehand, like write
Hmm.
out some little notes and plan it all out, it still takes a lot of time. And
Hmm.
he does it in like what, 2 hours?
I don't know how much time it actually takes him. I know he sits there and like he streams
Well, when
some
he
of
does
it.
when he does them live, you can like watch along,
Oh
and he's
yeah.
and it's like 2 hours or 3 hours. I'm like, how the fuck does he do that? It's like a 30-minute video.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like
Yeah.
he's put out some videos that are longer than an hour too. And I'm just like, dude, it took me a week and a half to edit this 3-minute video that I wanted to
Hmm.
make with all my friends. It's like a music video that I just
Hmm.
wanted to do for fun. It took me a week and a fucking half to do this. I'm sitting here and I had messaged him and I'm like, I have a whole new appreciation for this now that I'm
Hmm.
actually trying to do it. There's something to expressing yourself creatively that is super underappreciated, right? So when people come in here or they like leave a shitty comment on a video that you've put time into and whatever, and they're like, this is shit. It's like, you have no fucking clue, dude. You are doing nothing but sitting in your fucking parents' basement, eating Cheetos like a fat fuck and bitching at other people's creations because you are doing nothing. Like,
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
very least, even people I don't like, if they're making an effort to create something,
Hmm.
you know, you're like, I'll give you that. You're trying to create something here, even though I don't agree and I find you repugnant. Like, you got to give them credit for attempting to try
Yeah,
something, right?
yeah,
And it's because like I've been in that position now where I've tried to make something, and if I have an idea and I want to bring it to life, I recognize how much work it actually takes to bring it to life, to animate it. So
yeah,
it's a crazy thing, but it's fun. How do
yeah.
you like video editing?
And I think people get really jealous of him, and I think
Mm.
that's one of the reasons why they hate him so much, is because they're jealous of him too. It's like, you'll see comments. He had a comment on one of his videos where the guy was like, "Your intros are too long." His fucking intros are fantastic. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my god, I can't even tell you. It's so funny how people are like, man, fuck your intros. It's like, you are watching YouTube. There is a bar on the bottom of the video. Like, why can't
Exactly.
you just move it and take a few seconds out of your time instead of complaining about the 4 minutes or whatever long it is and
Yeah.
just shut the fuck up?
Yeah, and it's like there's infinite videos on YouTube. Literally,
Hmm.
there's infinite videos because they're always uploading videos. So if you don't like a video, don't watch it. I mean, it's really not
Hmm.
that difficult. Why take the time out to sit there and go, man, your videos suck. Your points are stupid. It just doesn't make any sense.
But you know what
You
it
know?
is? It makes perfect sense if you consider the kind of person that's saying it, because you
Right.
can
Exactly.
infer a lot of information about people like that. And generally, it's people who have a lot of fucked up shit going on inside. They don't know how to fix their own problems. So instead of actually directing that energy towards fixing their bullshit, they take it out on other people in other ways, you know?
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean, that's a very childish way to deal with it, but the internet has brought to bear to me and like really awakened this consciousness in my brain of like, there's a lot of sad, fucking miserable people out there who just don't know how to manage their shit. They just
Yeah.
don't. They're just angry, and everything is the world's problem, and what they feel inside, they just need to go meh at everybody else.
Yeah, I don't know if it's maybe a generations that it's coming up where
Mm.
they sort of try to live their entire life through a computer,
Hmm.
and it just doesn't work that way. You have to go
Hmm.
out, you have to interact with people, you have to talk to people. I mean, it's just,
Hmm.
yeah, because if you just live in your base excuse me, your basement, and you live through your computer,
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, you're gonna hate yourself after time. So I got to ask Amy now, underneath your robe, is that see-through?
This part is, yeah.
The nightgown is see-through?
Hmm.
Oh, okay, damn. I was gonna say, could you stand up and show it?
No.
But be like, nope, she can't.
No. Just
Demonetized.
just a little peek. You know what's crazy? I actually my friends actually notified me that I just recently got over 1,000 subs. They're like, Amy, you better monetize your channel because then you can start getting super chats. And I was like, what? I'm over 1,000? Weird. Like, it all happened after the whole vegan gains debacle, right?
Hmm.
People were like, your fucking channel shit. You should fucking quit. You should get off YouTube. And I'm like, bitch, if I cared about your opinion, I would have killed myself because of YouTube, okay? I'm not here for subs. Like, I'm not here for you. I'm here for my enjoyment and for me to have fun. And like, I just like, I'm a camera whore. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
really enjoy, I like,
Yeah,
I want to do the
you
whoring
like being
without the
social.
taking the clothes off.
Yeah, you like being social.
I
You're good
do.
with people. Yeah,
I,
exactly.
I love talking. It's nonstop though, Ken. Like, it's just like,
Yeah, it gets annoying after a while.
yeah, and so I'm like, this is the way that I deal with it. I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. You want to listen to it? Cool. You don't want to listen to it? Fuck you. I don't really care. Just whatever. It's there. This appeases some weird thing in me where I'm like, I want to share my thoughts, but in like a, I was talking about this the other day. It's like a weird way because I share a lot of the things that I think about that are super weird that people don't generally share with
Hmm.
anybody.
Okay.
So it's like a weird, I'm creating a weird synthetic intimacy for myself, you know, because I don't have a relationship in my life. And I don't even know if that's something I'm looking for right now. I have friends and stuff, but we're not always going to be in a moment where I can start talking about weird shit that nobody really cares about. Right.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's a good way to
Yeah,
get
I mean, that's the other thing about the internet. The internet gives you an opportunity to sort of kind of live out another aspect of yourself that you
Mhm.
wouldn't have the opportunity to do in your real life because you
Mhm.
actually have to interact with people. Whereas on here, you can, whoops, you can project a persona.
Mhm. But this isn't a persona. This is me. That's the other weird thing. This is an aspect of my personality. I think a lot of people think there's more of a separation between their YouTube self and their actual self. Like it even sounds weird to talk about it like that, but it's not. That is an aspect of your personality that clearly, if you behave like that in real life, would probably be a little bit difficult for
Yeah,
you, you know?
yeah. If people acted the way that they act online in real life, they would be getting their ass beat on a regular
Oh
basis.
my God. Yeah, no kidding. And that's why they come here and do it online with like a pseudonym, hiding
Mhm.
behind a fucking faggot ass anime icon. Like,
Yeah.
those are my least favorite
Hmm.
guys with anime icons. Like, what are you? Get your fucking life, okay? Anime icon. Oh, it's funny. It's ironic. Like, no, you're just hella gay, and you just need to deal with that. Gay. And there's so many bitch ass men on the internet. Can we talk about bitch ass men, please?
Bitch
Because
ass man.
yeah, like you don't strike me as someone who's like a bitch ass man, right? Like
Oh, good.
these motherfuckers who like come over here and they'll just start picking on girls and they'll just start hating and directing all their ire towards girls who are like who wouldn't even think twice to fuck them because they're just gross.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's because they don't know how to interact with a girl. So they it's like in the playground,
yeah.
kids they just throw mud at the girls and make fun of them and yell at them and stuff like because they don't know how to act, and so they grow up and then they don't know how to act around women, or they're jealous and they're kind of angry and they feel like maybe they're owed a relationship or they want a girl and they don't feel good enough or whatever,
Mhm.
so they lash out.
But like, isn't it just super obvious to any thinking person that if you actually want to have a relationship or attempt to have a friendship with a girl, that well, a person in general, that you probably shouldn't treat them that way? Or am I fucking insane to think that this should just be obvious?
No, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, that's you have to talk to women like you'd talk to your friend, and yeah, it's a little different. I mean, it's subtly different, but essentially it's the same thing. You got to be able to have and develop relationships with people. You have to be
Mhm.
able to give them something. Also, you have to have a certain level of respect for yourself and know who you are and what you're looking for. You
Mhm.
know, I think a lot of guys just kind of settle for girls,
Mhm.
and I don't. A lot of them, they don't. I don't think they should settle for some of the girls they settle for. They should be more picky.
Oh
Women are
yeah.
much more choosier than men, and
Yeah.
men are like the sluts. To be quite honest, we
Yeah.
will sleep with almost anything,
Yeah.
and I, they need to just have more respect and be a little more finicky, as picky as girls are.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, there's also this like biological imperative that separates men and women, right? Like men are inclined to sleep with more partners because reproductively that's more advantageous. It increases their chances for spreading their seed, right?
Hmm.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
there's that whole thing, but we're at a point in 2018 where like we should be able to understand that shit and work with it. And people seem very impervious to just knowledge, general knowledge.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
Well,
I don't know.
that's why some of these dating sites are taking off now, and people are just they're maybe looking online to find partners,
Mhm.
and I don't know. I mean, at some point, I'm sure we had mating rituals, and you
Mhm.
do. There are certain mating rituals, but I think that that's kind of I think it kind of went away a little bit, maybe as women's rights kind of started growing too.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I mean, there's subtle things. You just have to be aware of body language
Mhm.
and eye contact, and there's all kinds of various subtle things you can pick up on.
Yeah.
And I think some guys they push too much. They're always trying to like kind of do something to improve their chances, whereas what they need to do is just be a little more passive and receptive to signals, very subtle signals.
Yeah, it seems very, very strange to me. Like this whole incel thing, right? There really is a market here. There really is somewhere to stick yourself in and really dig deep and ask questions to these guys because it
Some
is
of the language you
insanity.
use, I love it.
Yeah, it's just but it's true, right? Like there's something there that has obviously directed them in this way, like these MGTOW guys, like
Hmm.
what is this MGTOW shit where they're like, I'm going my own way and I'm proud. Look, I'm really sorry you had one bad divorce and she took all your shit, okay? But not every girl or woman is like that. And
Hmm.
it's the same with women who get like that. Like they have one really bad experience with a man and then every guy's a piece of shit asshole. And it's
Yeah,
like how do you do this? There's like 8 billion, what, 7 billion, 8 billion people on the planet. You think you think the other 50% is that shitty because one of those, one of those 7 billion fucked up and did something retarded?
yeah, yeah. And maybe they just don't want to. They just want to give up, and then because they gave up, they want to be able to blame it on someone else and not just say, no, I'm just not going to do it because I don't want to get hurt or whatever.
Mhm.
Instead of taking responsibility for their own emotional state towards it, they'd rather just blame it on the women and say, well, it's their fault. That's why I don't want to get into a relationship.
It's
And so they just
easier, isn't
project it
it?
outward.
It's
Hmm?
just so much easier to blame other people for your bullshit, it
Of course,
seems.
but people do that all the time.
Yeah, and it's
Nobody takes
gross.
responsibility for their actions. I mean, shit, you watch these videos where this guy's running from the police
Mhm.
and then resists arrest and
Oh
then cries
God.
out, "Oh, they're hurting me!" And it's like
Mhm.
you put yourself into this situation.
Mhm.
I mean, I've been arrested before, and yeah, if you keep resisting arrest, they're going to keep using force on you.
Mhm.
If you completely cooperate with police, you don't nothing. You never
Mhm.
eat gravel. You get put in the car and taken downtown, and that's it. You know.
I mean, you listen, this cop thing, this whole like getting people riled up. Oh, okay. All right, Chris. Just give me a second. I'll email it to you.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
All these people who are like, fuck the cops, fuck the police and stuff. And it's like, okay, first of all, you clearly do not understand how difficult that job is if you're going to talk shit like that. Second of all, if somebody doesn't listen to the cops, why do you not think that they're going to get in shit for that?
Hmm. Yeah,
Why? And
exactly.
like, why is it that you think, look, just because you didn't do anything, okay? If a cop suspects you of doing something, right? What
Hmm.
you should do is listen to them anyway. And if you're in the right, you can get a lawyer after they've gotten you and done all that stuff because it's not like they're going to throw you in jail and that's it. There are rights to protect you. Like you can get counsel, you can get a lawyer, whatever. It's just like this impatience, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. And then people say, well, but they're innocent of it. It's like, okay, well, if they're innocent of whatever it is that they're accused of, then that's even more of a reason to not resist because the minute you resist, that's illegal.
Mhm.
Once you do that, now you've actually committed a crime. But if
Mhm.
they were just if they just, like, let's say they had an APB on a guy and you match that description,
Mhm.
and then they believe you're it and they're holding you and then you run.
Yeah.
Okay, so now they run after you and then they catch you and they arrest you for that. So you
Yeah.
could have been completely innocent, but
Mhm.
because you decided to run and resist arrest, now you have a charge.
Yeah.
So you kind of fucked yourself, you know?
Yeah, and it's just so super weird that again, it's a failure of accountability problem. People who don't hold themselves accountable are gonna make it a problem where there isn't a problem.
Hmm.
You have to be able to be like, yeah, I fucked up. I did this. I just have to kind of handle it. Or even if you're unfairly arrested or whatever the fuck, right? If you're unfairly arrested, that should make it easier for you to just go and deal and you should just be able to plead your case. But
Hmm.
people are children. Like the older I get, the more I'm like, it's so crazy to see people who are like 40 plus years old who are still acting like they're in high school,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I'm not saying I don't. I'm very immature myself. But when it comes to certain things, like I have smoked weed walking past a cop before. You know what I mean? If
Hmm.
he stopped me and was like, I'm going to need to see your ID or we're going to need to go to the station, do you think I'm going to start fighting with him? No, I smoked weed while I was walking past the cop. Actually, the time that I did, he tipped his hat at me and he just like let me on because in
Yeah,
BC, the cops are really chill. They
yeah.
don't, if you're not causing a problem or disturbance and you're pretty well hidden or
Hmm.
whatever, they're pretty cool about it. So, but I mean, if he did, right? If a cop told me to put my hands up or whatever it is he told me to do, I would listen. Like,
Hmm.
regardless of whatever the hell I have to do for the rest of the day, this is what's happening now. I just have to deal with it. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
But why is that attitude so difficult for people? Especially these blacks, man. Like, people, we can't talk about this openly like this because people seem to have such a problem with honestly discussing the issue of black crime. And we see these things in
Yeah, but
instances all
they don't
over.
want to talk. Yeah, that's the thing, but they don't want to talk about it openly and honestly. I mean, that's the narrative. Like I
Mhm.
had, for example, I had this lady who I knew through another friend,
Mhm.
who's very politically active. She's very much in BLM and all of that.
Mhm.
And I was on Facebook and we were talking about white privilege. And so I was talking to these guys
Okay.
like, what do you think white privilege is? And let's talk about this. This was years ago. And she enters into conversation and all of a sudden she's just like shutting everybody down because
Mhm.
they don't understand about it. And her the essence of her argument was that we needed to talk about this. And I
Mhm.
told her, I said, we are talking about it. You're shutting people down,
Mhm.
and that's how it is. They want to be able to talk about it and control the narrative. They don't actually want to look at it and address it honestly.
Mhm.
Hey, how's it going, Chris?
Hi, Chris.
Hey, what's up? How y'all
What's up,
doing?
Hollow Wiki? I
So
Not
like your
what's up
shirt,
with
much.
dog.
this?
I like your
What's
shirt.
up with
It's
Oh,
this?
dope.
thanks.
Everybody talk at once.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Were you gonna ask me something? I thought I cut somebody off.
No, I was just gonna. So what happened? Was that BS? That the attack on you,
That
or
video I posted?
yeah?
No, nobody. Yeah, nobody threw a grappling hook at my building and tried to get in at me. I don't know. For some reason, I was hanging out the window this morning, and I was like, that was before I went to sleep that I shot that video, so I was pretty lit. And then I looked outside and there's this fucking like metal hanging off the side of the window frame. And then I don't know, I just filmed it and I said somebody do the grappling hook. It was lies though.
Okay,
It's
all right,
lies.
yeah.
It's meant to be a joke, but some people they're saying that they're just like, "Whoa, man, you got to get out of Chicago."
I mean, they
At
might
least
be onto something there, Chris.
Yeah, yeah, definitely get out of Chicago. Yeah, because I was looking at my feeds, and I was like, kind of like just taking a look at them, and I see it, and then by yours it said somebody tried to break into my house or
yeah, not
something like that. I
clickbait.
was like, what
Someone
the
just
hell?
tried to kill us, not
Yeah, that's what it
clickbait.
was. Yeah, somebody just tried to kill me, and I was like, oh man, I gotta watch that. So
It was clickbait though. It was just me doing a drunk, unedited, and I just rewatched it. I forgot that I did it until I got home from work. I just rewatched it, and I think it's really stupid. I probably shouldn't have even posted it. And it's like, you look like a goddamn idiot. That's my impression of it.
You're not gaming tonight? What are you doing? Are you
Well, I
drinking?
just saw that you were odd. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
About my first drink though. Yeah,
What are
I
you
saw that you
drinking?
were odd. PBR.
Oh, Pabst. Cheers.
Yeah,
Pabst
they got a
Blue
special
Ribbon.
can right now.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be playing. I'm probably gonna play Spider-Man a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I was
Night
watching you
Nine.
watch that. It was pretty cool. It looks crazy, dude. How do you like it?
I love it. I
Yeah.
just beat the main story 2 nights ago, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna complete the game 100%. I'm gonna do the whole thing. No,
Tonight? Like all of it tonight?
I probably won't finish it. I'm gonna take my time. I want to get as much longevity out of it as possible. Is that the right word?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good.
Longevity? It's good enough.
I hate when I just throw it out there. I'm like, fuck.
Just
Dude, as
make up
long as we
words on the
understand
fly.
what you're saying, that's all that matters, okay?
Yeah.
Mm.
That frustication, It's all about that
What?
frustration.
I don't know what you're saying.
That's because I was making up words.
Mhm, mhm.
As if you really want to sound smart around people, you just make up words.
Straight
Then
up.
they don't want to say
Um,
anything because they think they don't know the word.
I just did make up a word on Twitter, and somebody called me out on it. I felt like a real dumbass. I figured, um, I thought I looked it up and I Googled it really quick to see, and I didn't notice it was an Urban Dictionary definition. I'm like, yep, that's the word. I used the word genuous, as in
genuine.
Genuous.
the opposite of disingenuous. Like, that's very genuous of them.
That's
And then
very
they're just like,
genuous of
that's
you.
not a word. You're just making it up. I'm like, oh, that's where you're wrong. And I went back and it's like, fucking Urban Dictionary. Fucking Urban Dictionary.
Well, you
Oh my
see,
God.
you do what I do, and you just say that your phone automatically put in the word. You were
Yeah.
texting as you were walking, and it autofilled it. It's not your fault.
I need to come up with more lies to have on deck for when I do things on the internet
Exactly.
to
Don't be a
cover my
bullshit.
ass.
No, no bullshit. Someone's asking me if this is vodka or water. It's vodka and water.
Yeah, I was going to
Yikes.
say if that's all vodka.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? I can't handle my liquor, okay? You know what my drunk ass did last night? Let me tell you guys. So I got fucking wasted last night. I had 2 drinks. That's how much of a bitch ass I
What?
am with alcohol. Yeah, okay, Chris. It takes me 2 shots of vodka and I'm done. So
That's crazy.
I know I
Took
created
me
a
like
dating
8.
profile. Yeah, I created a dating profile last night
Oh
and I
yeah.
streamed it. And I went through all these fucking faggot ass guys' profiles last night. Okay. And I was so like, people are like, oh my God, Amy, you're too fucking picky. Why are you single? You live in Vancouver. It's like one of the biggest places. It has like 1 million people. And I'm like, let's check out these profiles and you motherfuckers will see why I'm not dating anybody here. Okay. Because they're not American, for one. American guys are just way cooler. Number 2, these bitch ass guys who are like, first of all, my like the profile, either they're this long or they're this short and it's just full of spelling and grammatical errors that just grate on my fucking brain. Like my neurons explode. I can't fucking deal with
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah. If you do a profile, you got to proofread it, or have somebody read it with you.
Well, like
Just,
mine, I just like filled it out today, right? It's like 2 words each section. I'm like, I don't need to go on about this. Like, I put my YouTube link in the about me section. I'm like, whatever. You want to
Which
fucking
site
find out
was
what?
it?
Okay, Cupid.
Oh yeah, I probably still have an active OkCupid account that I haven't touched in like 8 years or something.
Yeah. It's like, oh, there's this many people that like you, and then you go click on it, and it's like, oh yeah, you gotta pay $9.95, okay,
Yeah.
if you want to
Yeah,
see who you
fuck
fucking like.
that.
And I'm like, what? I don't think
And
so.
it's
so
trash.
Yeah.
Like, they suck. I went through from a dude's perspective, it sucks in a different way. I like fuck around with Tinder if I'm bored and go through that, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, it really makes you realize that there's like no attractive people.
I
And if
I
they
know,
are, they
really.
don't need to go on this. And then also, it's impossible because
There's a
what you
reason why
do,
they're on
you
Tinder.
you just like all of them because your market value on there is it's like it's no good. So you just have to like everyone just to hope that they even see you and
really.
they like you. Yeah,
Mhm.
so you don't even look. Don't even bother looking who it is or checking the profile. Just like everyone.
Yeah.
And then maybe if you do like 200 times, you'll get one, and it'll be someone you're not attracted to, like flat
You're like,
out.
oh man, you're a dog. Like, no thanks.
Well, or
Here's the thing. Sorry, there's ugly people out there. There's people out there you're not going to be attracted to. Like, I don't know why this is such an offensive thing for people. Like, sorry, not even the hottest person in the world, not everybody's going to
I
find
mean, I don't want to sound like a dick, but
I mean,
it's
it's
just,
okay. Sound like a dick.
I mean, but check it. Well, here's the flip side of it. My lady friend
Okay.
tells me how it works for her, and she's like, I've never run out of likes before, and she's like, I've never liked a guy's picture who didn't like mine back. So it's like they're buried, they're overwhelmed, like they could flip through forever, and
But
you're
dude,
just
like
you're an
these
ant,
things,
have
you're
much more of a
you're a
it's
choice.
grain
way
of
easier
sand.
for a girl. It's like
Yeah.
just look at the internet. How much easier is it for a girl to get on Twitch and game and she could suck total balls? But if she's attractive, she'll get all the attention. And even if she's not, just because she's a girl, she'll get attention.
Big tits. She has big
exactly.
tits and dresses in anime, she's good to go.
Yeah.
That's essentially my strategy for live streaming too, because I ain't
Showing
no
your
good at
tits?
video games either. Not my tits. Here's the money. Here's the money maker right here.
Yeah, Chris, you have a
Hate to
good
break it
face.
to you, that ain't your money maker.
I've talked to people about I should start, because I can't get super chats. I should just start a ChatterBait account, but I won't do porn. I'll just do my rants and live streams. And
Yeah.
sure, I mean my fan base is going to be 200% creepy gay dudes, but
And fucking
it probably makes the
Prince.
money.
Fraggy Prince, he's gonna follow you everywhere you go.
He'd better show up to my ChatterBait streams. I mean, goddamn. As soon as I'm trying to make money off of it, then no one's gonna come over.
So I think I know
ahead.
what ChatterBait is, but is it like some place where people go and pay and watch people or something, or what?
Yeah, it's like you tip.
I sound so
like
old.
webcam
What
girls.
the hell's ChatterBait?
Just hop over there, because you could just watch it straight up. They'll have the front page of everyone who's online right there, and you don't even need to pay. If you want to, you could tip, but who the fuck is doing that?
Yeah, who the hell's tipping?
Some guy is doing that.
Somebody's tipping.
Chris, I want to hear about your shirt because a few people have commented on it, and I think it's bomb as fuck. And it reminds me of that shirt that scientists wore when they landed that probe on the meteor.
Yeah, the Matt Taylor dude.
Yeah.
I thought that I was buying it from the woman who designed it initially, but I actually got contact with the original lady who designed it, and she's like, no, you didn't buy it from me. It's somebody else who capitalized on it. But this cost me, it took 6 months to come in the mail.
Wow.
And it cost like $75. And then it cost me like another $30 to alter it, because I got small, but it didn't fit me right. Yeah. So I had to take it to the service.
So what is the running bill on that shirt? Like $100 and $200?
Yeah, it's like $120.
With shipping and everything and having to get it. Yeah, it's like $120.
Dude,
yeah.
Wow.
That's too much for a shirt.
Oh, but it's so badass. Look at it. It's so no one's gonna have that shirt, Ken.
$120.
Yeah, I'm on the internet and I get excited about
I'm with Chris on this.
Buying
I totally
things.
feel him.
Yeah.
I have like
Hey,
you guys know. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
Do you guys know like $1 Million Extreme? Actually, I think of the first time I've ever did a stream on the Jamie Show or whatever, I showed the book. But $1 Million Extreme, I bought their $50 coffee table book, and that took 8 months to get here. And I haven't even read the fucking thing. I just know that I have it and that nobody else does, because you could resell those things. People were flipping the first print of those for like quadruple the price. They were selling for like $200. So I'm like, get my fucking hands on this. Probably won't sell it, but yeah, I want to do a video eventually, just of internet artifacts that I've collected together, just things that I've needed to have that I don't really need.
So do you stream on Twitch?
I don't understand how Twitch work. Like the interface on their mobile app is like, I'm like, how do I get things to go? And I could go on there, and I've streamed, and Robot Lady voice works on there. For some reason, it's not working with the PlayStation right now. I mean, with YouTube. But yeah, I don't know how to save the streams that I do or upload things. It's like, here are your videos. I'm like, what do you mean those are my videos? It's like I don't know how
I
to
didn't
put
do that.
videos. I do the streams and then they don't save and it doesn't give me an option to save them. So I'm like,
Mm.
I don't understand how Twitch works. But apparently you can make money on it, but that's
Well,
probably
yeah,
like,
because that's what I was gonna say. Because if you were a gamer, you set up a Twitch account.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Can they tip you on that? Is
Yeah,
that how
I
it
mean, I'm
works?
sure there's some way that yeah, I'm sure there's people who make money on it.
Yeah, I think I got to get like affiliated or something. I only got 3 followers on there.
Dude, you gotta do more. You're like streaming every single night, hours and hours of
Yeah.
gaming. And
Exactly.
there's definitely got like people who are up at that time of night who are like, I just want to watch someone play a game, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you'll get
It's
creepy
been,
gay gamer guys following you.
yeah.
Don't
Um,
worry, I'll stave off all the gays from you.
Amy will beat them off with her cleavage.
Exactly. They'll
Whap,
get
whap, whap, whap,
scared.
whap.
They'll be like, oh my god, a girl, real boobs. Ah! And then they'll run.
oh,
They'll run for
jeez.
the hills.
Abort, abort! They're not real. Abort, abort! They're not fake.
I'm getting like a trickle in of people like for my consistency
Mm-hmm.
because this has been like I've been into doing it for months now. So until I get bored of doing them, I'm gonna keep on doing these friggin' live streams.
Hmm.
Yeah. Did we lose Amy?
I don't know. I
Here,
think
I'm just
I,
switching to my phone quickly because I want to step outside to have a cancer stick because I got these black clove cigarettes because I'm
Oh,
trying not to smoke real cigarettes and I've been doing really good. So I'm going
you've been
outside.
smoking real cigarettes too? I thought you were straight vape.
That's what I'm telling you. I haven't been. So I got these clove ones to make myself think I'm not smoking cigarettes, but they're cigarette enough because Chris,
cloves are bad
sometimes
enough.
sometimes you
Yeah.
just want to smoke a real cigarette, but I'm being really good. So whatever substitute I can use instead, I'll take it, you know?
Sure. Don't smoke those cloves too much, though. They're very bad for you. I think they're
Oh, I
worse for you
know.
than regular
They are.
smokes.
They
Yeah,
are.
that's why I
Yeah.
don't
I
often
got
smoke.
into smoking cloves a long time ago because I
Yeah.
smoked too. And then I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
smoked, they had these things called beaties. I don't know if they still have those.
Hmm.
They're like some kind of a leaf thing and they're rolled up and I don't know. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
yeah, I was like, I don't know. I was trying to smoke something else other than cigarettes. No, but if you want to quit, you just have to quit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I've been. But like again, it's like I don't want to. It's too, especially when I drink. Oh my God, is there anything more pleasurable than either a coffee and a cigarette or like a drink
Mm.
and a
Yeah.
cigarette,
Yeah.
dude? What is it? Why do those things go so well? Like when you're drinking, you just gotta have a smoke.
I don't know.
I went like years and years and years just doing straight vaping. I want to say I got into it in like maybe like 2012
You're
or
such a
something.
hipster, Chris. Oh my God.
They were around before then. Well, I just got onto it. I used to have the crappy little pens and stuff. And
Yeah,
I was really late to the game getting a straight up like a nice mod.
yeah. I
Well,
just
this
got a
isn't a
new
mod
mod.
even. This is just a kit.
Yeah.
I don't like those guys. I roll my own coils and
Oh,
do
fuck
all that stuff.
that shit,
It's
dude.
like,
Get out
get
of
out of
here.
here. That's how you blow yourself up when you're fucking around with wires and batteries and shit.
Yeah.
Blow your
I
teeth
don't
out your mouth.
understand what the allure is of vaping because you're just sucking vapor into your lungs and blowing it out, right?
But here's the
It
thing, Ken, is if you
burns.
have an
It's
oral
got the
It
fixation
burn.
thing,
burns.
it's an
Yeah.
oral fixation thing. If like for me, I just got a new mod actually, and it's because it's the act of smoking that I like. I don't always want
Okay.
to be high, so I don't always. I've quit pot too, right? I haven't been smoking it very much. If I do, it's like a
What?
social thing. Yeah, yeah.
Oh God. Why?
I'm just trying to dial it back a little bit, you know.
She's trying to grow up and be responsible.
Just a little bit,
Uh,
just a little bit.
All that crazy stuff.
all the crazy stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. You gotta dial it back sometimes, man. You gotta dial it back. How are you? Like, do you even care? Have you ever considered quitting smoking? Are you gonna quit? Do you think you're going to?
Quitting
What's your deal?
smoking weed?
No, cigarettes, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to smoke cigarettes anymore. I'm
As
not gonna quit
he's
smoking
just
weed
finished
though.
smoking a cigarette. No, fucks. No, never gonna. It's never gonna be out of my life permanently. I can tell you
Mm,
that.
yeah.
Well, they just legalized it here in California
Yeah. What do you
a
mean
while ago.
just?
Nice.
Yeah, they just did. It was like I think in August or June or July, but then it took a
Really? Was
couple of
that?
months. Yeah,
Oh
and it
yeah,
Oh
I
took a
guess
yeah.
it
couple of
was
months
more
to
recent.
pass, and yep. And I think August it became legal.
That's going to happen here in October. Actually, legislation has gone through, and I believe in October of 2018, they're just working out some law shit, and then it's going to be legal,
Good.
which is crazy. That's a big move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
going to
but they
be it's going to
should.
be federally legal, like not just in the province, all across the country.
Yeah, America
Nice.
needs to move it federally. Right now, it's
Oh
by
yeah.
state,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Hmm.
eventually, it's going to go federal.
Yeah, but thank goodness that states are getting woke, as the kids
Hmm.
like to say, and they're legalizing because I mean, if you're going to legalize anything, a harmless plant is probably the thing to legalize.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine if you don't want to legalize heroin and all these heavy drugs. Like, what do you guys think about the war on drugs? I think it's bullshit
I
It
think
is. It
all the
is.
drugs should be legal.
and
Yeah.
regulated heavily.
I don't care
You
how
don't care?
regulated they are.
But
I
what
just
about all
want
the
them.
crazy people, Chris? There's too
Well,
many
I
crazy
guess.
people.
I mean, yeah. I guess if it was safer, if I could make sure that if we could reassure that if somebody gives you Molly, they're not actually giving you meth or
Right.
bath salts.
Bath
Um,
salts.
Yeah,
Oh
that would be
shit.
fucked up. Yeah.
when I
Wow.
say bath salts, I just mean any designer drugs. Like
Yeah.
they have all these research chemicals that are legal. You can order them in your house. You're not supposed to eat them though. People
Mm,
order them and then they eat them. It's a loophole, but it's nasty stuff. You don't want to fuck with that.
yeah. Now they should
Yeah.
just legalize drugs and just regulate them better than have recovery centers, because you're going to get people who are going to get hooked on heroin or whatever, and then they're going to need to get off it. So
Yeah, and they
Mm.
they get hooked on these things anyway. That's what's really shitty.
yeah.
If they want it, they'll find a way to get it.
Hmm.
And it just makes
Exactly.
more
Yeah.
sense to have the state take care of it and like administer it if they need to or whatever. And like you said, have recovery centers and stuff where people can safely do these things if that's something they super need to do. Because once you do some of these things, it's really hard to get off doing
Yep.
them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And also, some people, what they'll do is they'll get off. For example, let's say they're kicking heroin,
Yeah.
and they'll kick it for a little while, and then they'll go back to their old dosage, and their old dosage, they haven't built up an immune to it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they'll
Mm-hmm.
overdose. And
Yeah.
then some people they'll even go on heroin, and they'll do methadone if they're trying to kick it, and then they'll get all fucked up. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm sure that's how some of my fucking friends have died. Like,
hmm,
they
Shit.
sometimes they clean up and then all of a sudden they're back.
Yeah.
It happens so quickly.
yeah,
It does. It's so easy when it's in front of your face to just
Mm-hmm.
do it, right? If it's something that
Mm-hmm.
you like to do.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've watched it really fuck some people up.
Yeah, and like me personally, I like to dabble in psychedelics. That's my thing. I really like the mushrooms, the acid.
Uh,
But it's not I feel that those things are so fucking heavy. You don't want to do those things all the time, you know? Like
yeah,
once or twice a
definitely.
year, man.
Yeah, you don't want
yeah.
to. I don't understand anyone who even it like doing mushrooms like 2 days in a row. That sounds like gross.
Yeah,
Sounds like
yeah.
I feel like garbage,
Exactly. It's very taxing on your body and on your brain, and you
and it
feel
won't work as
exhausted.
much.
Exactly, that too. Everything has a diminishing return, especially when it comes to drugs, right? And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if I really think, I mean, education about these things and how these things work is super important. And they are starting to open up a little bit in terms of researching and using these things for like PTSD and all
Mm-hmm.
these other
Hmm.
mental ailments that people have. And a lot of the success rate is quite high with some of these substances, like they're using ketamine now to treat people with severe depression or PTSD, and they're
Oh,
experimenting
really?
with MDMA. And
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
because there is a positive benefit to these things if you use them in small doses.
Yeah.
And in these situations where people are really fucked up in the head, where it really does alter their perception enough where they can like look at their situation differently and help themselves through it, as opposed to continuously being stuck with having like war veterans and shit, right? Can
Hmm.
you
Mm.
imagine going to war you're killing people, you're seeing your friends die, you're seeing people's limbs chopped off, you're seeing all this fucked up shit. And then you have to live with that for the rest of your life. And a lot of these drugs
Yeah.
help people let go of the experiences and just like get rid of it somehow. And personally, it's helped me. I know mushrooms have helped me get through some really fucked up times. And yeah, the trips may have been rough, but it helped me get through a lot of shit. And then I
What
look
do you
at the
mean
good
rough?
things.
Like you didn't enjoy it?
The first mushroom trip that I did by myself at home.
Whoa. Is that the first
um
time you ever did it was by
no,
yourself?
no, 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 the
Okay.
first time I ever did it wasn't by myself, but the first time I did it by myself, there was a lot of shit that I was just like, when you live your day-to-day life, your brain just kind of like pushes things to the background and you just kind of
Yeah.
live your life, and it's still low-key kind of there, but you're
Mm-hmm.
not like
It makes you
so
address
much.
those things, though, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
does it fucking ever. Dude, I
Mm-hmm.
can't cry. Like, I'm one of these people for some reason. If I have fucked up shit going on, it doesn't matter how fucked up it is. I just have a hard time crying. And I feel like if I could just cry naturally with these things, I would feel better. But I can't, because I'm just like, it makes no sense. It's pointless, whatever. But that emotion just pents up and builds and builds and builds. When I did
Mm.
those mushrooms at one time and I was at home by myself, it pulled all that shit out, and it was
Yeah.
so brutal. Like, I had the cry
Yeah.
of my life.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But when I
Wow.
woke up the next day, I felt like a new person. Like,
Hmm.
everything
Yeah.
was absolved and everything felt clear, and everything was like, man, why was I stressing about this shit and why wasn't I acknowledging it? I thought that I did, but I didn't actually acknowledge the full breadth of the spectrum of emotions that were involved in all the things that I went through that were really bothering me, that I was just like, well, it is what it is. You just got to deal with it. No, you just don't deal with the emotions and shit, right? So,
Yeah. That's why, like, um, mushrooms nowadays, it's not something that I'm like really looking for because
yeah.
I got a lot of that shit and
Mm.
I don't want to have a bad trip, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
I
what is it that
You know what?
you're
I think
obviously.
that I would be okay though because I'm at the point where I mean, it'd have to really be something else for me to freak out, you know,
Yeah.
because I know what's happening. I
Mm-hmm.
realize what's going on. And I'm able to, even though like, with stuff like that, you like look at a clock and it doesn't even make sense. And you're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is time and all that shit.
That's so
And then,
true.
but see that I'm able to talk myself down out of that. And you're just like, all right, just count 1 hour, 1, 2, 3, 4. When that says that number,
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
also depends. It also depends upon what kind of an atmosphere you're in. Like if you're in a party situation with your friends, I think that's different. But yeah, if you're like on your own and during the
Yeah.
day and it's like you don't have friends around, it's not the weekend, and yeah, I mean, I think you're just kind of like setting yourself up for a bad event. And also, I don't think people understand. Like if you really want to experiment with some drugs, try like a small amount and
Yeah,
and
like
see what
why does
happens
it
from
have
that
to be,
point.
oh man, let's just get fucked up on mushrooms? I've never been able to treat
Yeah.
mushrooms as something that was like a party drug. I don't generally like to do any of those things around people I don't know or don't trust to begin with. How people
Yeah.
take MDMA and go to raves and shit, I don't understand. It is so uncomfortable, dude. Like, you're around people you don't know and your senses are jacked up to fucking 200, and
Mm.
everybody's vibes, you're picking up all of them, and you're just like, what the fuck is happening, man? This person looked at me funny, and then you're thinking for the next like what feels like fucking 6 hours about this look that you got from this person, and it's just fucking you up. Like,
I have had pretty good experiences like in like a nightclub like setting, like
yeah.
a real, not like a normal nightclub, like this dubstep. Well, this is a long time ago. It's probably whatever the dubstep equivalent is right now
Mm.
nowadays. But I probably shouldn't say. Oh, well, there's this dance party in Chicago every Monday called Porn and Chicken,
Mm-hmm. That sounds
and
amazing.
yeah, they played porn on the TVs. I think it's still going on. It might be done now because this is a while ago. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm on one of their episodes. I'm all. It's like a microsecond clip of me, but
So what is it?
it's a
Is it a
good
place
one.
where you watch porno and you eat fried chicken?
Well, Well, yeah, I've never
That's
got.
what I'm
I've only
picturing.
been there a few times. It's not really not really my thing. A couple times, if I'm going there, I wouldn't want to be drunk. There is a thing that I wouldn't like. But what was I saying? I never gotten there early enough to actually see the chicken, but allegedly it's there.
Allegedly, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So what is it? Just like a giant chicken?
No, they order chicken wings or something for some
Oh, okay.
restaurant.
So they
It's
do
there at
actually.
the beginning. Yeah, it's just a random. It's for the sake of being random because people who go there to fucking party, they don't want to eat no fucking chicken.
Yeah,
What?
that's kind
Come
of
on,
weird.
dude. Eating when you're high is like the best thing ever.
Oh,
Food
no,
tastes
that
so good.
is no, it's when your senses are going all over the place. Like you're just trying not to throw up.
It's more of a come down activity, I think. Like when it's starting to wear off
Yeah,
and
well
your
they got
taste
that
buds are
mixed
lit.
up then.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, what was the worst thing or the worst trip that you ever had?
Um, Probably the first one ever when I was like in high school. It was pretty scary and there's some
Yeah.
serious business. But then there's this other time where I was watching Cops
Yeah.
when it turned on and it really just put me in a bad place. Like because it started kicking while I was watching Cops and like, man, this is really bummed me
Oh,
out. And then
dude.
but other than that, nothing nothing too bad.
Do you get crazy visuals?
Yeah, but let's say I haven't eaten mushrooms since like 2009. I
Yeah.
haven't done them. They weren't around, and I haven't been looking for them. It's just that so much stress trying to live.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Live
I'm like I'm
is
always I'm
exhausting.
always on edge about something. I'm like, do I really need something that's gonna stress me out, give me an anxiety attack? Like I just and I don't have time. I have things to do every day.
Yeah.
So I don't usually have like 6 to 8 hours that I could just.
Just veg out.
Yeah, I mean I do. That's such a lie. I only work 20 hours a week. But
Uh,
but I don't know. It's not something I really think about that much.
yeah.
It's not the one. It's not the thing that I'm. It's not something that's on my mind that much.
Hmm.
But I really do enjoy MDMA.
Yeah, me too.
That's
Hell yeah.
amazing. It's
I love that
amazing.
shit. It's so good.
It's
Why is it so
amazing.
good? Why is it so good?
Yeah, it's
I'm
very
kind of
nice.
I'm kind of glad I never tried it.
Oh
Really?
man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Ken, we got to get you to try it.
No.
This is what I say to people
Those
though,
days are way behind me. Thanks.
to be safe, you know what everyone should start doing if they dabble, even if it's not. I've never done heroin and never do heroin.
Yeah, me
But
neither.
you got to worry about fentanyl. And the thing about
Oh, yeah.
fentanyl is I was just listening to an episode of Abe Lincoln's Top Hat where that's the guys from last podcast on the left. It's their political show, and they were
Yeah.
talking. They had this thing called an episode called Fentanyl Inc. It was really fucking scary, but it's not just like getting mixed in a heroin. And all it takes to OD is like a pin needle's amount of fentanyl. It's like seems like the most
Yeah, it's fucked.
dangerous shit in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're finding it. People are dying from doing Molly that's been
Hmm.
cut with fentanyl, like
Hmm.
some dirty shit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
See,
So it's not
that's another.
safe.
Yeah,
It's not safe
that's
to do
another.
anything right now.
Yeah, that's another reason to regulate it because you don't
Yeah,
know what some of these idiots are cutting this stuff with. I mean, there
exactly.
was back in my day, there was a bad batch of heroin going around,
Yeah,
Hmm.
and people were shooting it up and dying,
yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
they
sad.
didn't know about it, and this was back in the 80s.
That shit happens like all the time now that fentanyl is so prevalent and everything. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and so you get these people cutting stuff with all kinds of weird stuff and throwing stuff in there, and just regulate it. Make sure that way
Yeah.
when somebody comes in, they know it's good, it's pure. Maybe they
Mm-hmm.
even have some instructions about what might happen with it or whatever. And take a lot of the stigma away from it too. And so
But the
Yeah.
problem is more idiots do it than not idiots, right? So that makes it a bit
yeah,
difficult.
yeah, but idiots do everything.
We always have to play to the lowest common denominator, and that's why these
Exactly.
things are illegal, is because way more people just do not have the mental, they don't have the right idea when they try these things, right? Like I said earlier, who the fuck wants to do mushrooms at a party?
Mm.
Why the fuck would you want to do that? It's so
That's the only
much.
time I would have done them was during a party.
No, I don't
All,
know. I
all the
can't,
stuff
man.
that I
What?
did when I was younger was on the weekends. It was going out to do something, going out to a show, going out to a party or something. I didn't just like sit at
You know,
home and eat.
Really, I love sitting at home and relaxing and doing a little bit is my favorite thing. Like me and my friend a couple of weeks ago went on this total fucking adventure, and like these were probably the most hella strong fucking mushrooms that I've ever done. And he ground them up, he put them in these caps, and we ate them because chewing them is gross. Like I don't know
Yeah,
ugh.
if you've ever done it, but oh,
it's like chewing on rubber.
yeah, it's the grossest thing about it.
Regular mushrooms make me gag.
Yeah,
Like any kind of mushroom
yeah.
makes a gag reflex from me. Like I just can't help it. So that's yeah, awful.
Yeah, you can smoke them
Really?
What?
Is that?
if you want. Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that you don't you
you can
like kill
smoke
the spores or whatever. Is that a thing?
them. Yeah, the spores
What?
are in there, but no, yeah, you can smoke them. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
I'm 99% sure. People could look it up, but I think so.
Straight up.
Yeah, and like the other thing is it affects everybody differently too. That's why when you try something like that, you should do it in a setting that's safe because set
Yeah.
and setting are something that are emphasized are really important, right? You want to make sure you're in a comfortable place. I need to be in a place where if some shit goes down, I can just like lay down and just zone out for a while because my
Just become
brain.
one with the earth, man.
Yeah, man. My brain goes all crazy and I'm like, holy shit, I don't even have the energy to move when it kicks in real heavy because it's like my brain is like, when you close your eyes and you see geometric patterns and all this fucking crazy shit. And then, dude, like I get synesthesia heavy, you know what I mean? Like sound and visual things all mix into one. And if I'm listening to music and my eyes are closed, like
Oh yeah.
yeah, like when you see
Yes.
sound and you hear
Yes.
color and shit,
And
like
it's beautiful.
oh, I love it. Oh my god,
And
it's
it
the
moves
best.
like an amoeba monster, and it's like, and
Yes.
it moves to the beat of the music.
Yes. Nobody understands how amazing that fucking experience is, man. When you're listening to a bomb ass song that has like millions of layers in it, and you're just like on this ride, and like it's just taking you. And the other thing about those drugs too is like you have to surrender to them. You can't resist the trip because the minute you start resisting is the minute you gonna have a bad time, nigga. So you gotta chill the fuck out and you gotta be in a zone where you're just like, whatever is gonna happen with my brain and whatever it's gonna do, I'm gonna let it happen. The thing that a lot of people have a problem with these drugs is that you have to relinquish a lot of control that you think you have that you don't actually have to begin with. And it's a super weird thing for people to deal with cognitively because you're not used to having the things that you don't typically think about pushed into the forefront and viewing these things from this lens, right? And you're also in a state where you're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, dude. Like my couch is a fucking monster right now. Dude, like open the oven, some critter is gonna come crawling out. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
So that's what happened to your couch.
Yeah. Oh my
It tried
god.
to eat you, so you got rid of it.
Dude, everybody was so on me. It was so funny. The couch was behind me. I moved it because I was hooping in the middle of the living room, and people were like,
I know.
Amy, where's your couch? And I'm like, motherfuckers, it's right behind me. Okay, like it's right here. The couch is safe. Everybody can rest easy tonight, knowing that the couch is all right. Like,
somewhere there's somebody who listened to you going, "Oh man, I'm so high that the couch is gonna come and eat me."
Some of the best experiences I've had though have been on mushrooms and acid. Oh man, the visuals! Like I
Both
love
at the same
tripping
time?
out. No.
Oh, I was gonna say
Just
okay.
insanity. I don't think my tiny little body could even handle that. My brain would explode.
Or Jedi flipping, where you do acid and Molly and probably sass.
Acid and Molly is actually a super awesome combination because not only are you tripping, yeah, everything is super. It just like whatever you're seeing and tripping out on just feels good too. So you're like, oh God.
Sounds pretty extreme.
It's fun, but you can't do a lot. That's the thing, right? You can't be crazy. You can't be like, I'm gonna do 6 caps of MDMA and I'm gonna do like 7 grams of
God.
shit. I'm just gonna trip the fuck up. It doesn't work like that. You're gonna be fucked up and you're gonna be terrified for like 8 hours if you're gonna do that shit.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fun. I think it's a fun experience, and it's kind of sad to me that a lot of people won't experience it because they're very averse to it. They hear, "Oh, mushrooms gross," or "Oh, acid gross. You're a fucking degenerate. You're such a piece of shit. I can't believe you even put this in your body." And I'm like, you haven't seen what I've seen, okay, on this stuff. You don't even know, okay? Just because you can't have fun and you feel like this is a disgusting and dirty thing doesn't mean there aren't people out there who can appreciate and enjoy the experience of just throwing your brain into a blender and just going for the ride. You know, just enjoy the ride. You remember Bill Hicks? Bill Hicks said, "It's all a fucking ride. Just enjoy the ride."
Yeah, some of the worst things that happened to me was when I was drunk. So, and everybody does that. So
dude, people do way worse things when they're on alcohol.
All of the most horrible experiences of my early life happened when I was drunk. So, yeah.
What's the craziest thing you've done when you're drunk?
Me?
Mm-hmm. If you can talk about it.
I'm gonna have to think.
Wow, you're fucking boring.
I don't know. I think the craziest thing I ever did was there was yeah, I don't know. There's nothing crazy that I can think of that I ever did when I was drunk. I almost cut my arm open.
Whoa.
But that wasn't crazy. That was just stupid.
Yeah.
I had a razor blade, and this was a time when people were carving into their arms, and so I was going to carve a DK for the dead Kennedys into my arm, and I took one swipe with the razor blade, and it just like opened up a half an inch.
Oh
yeah, and I had to go to the hospital. Yeah, so and this was right outside of the On Broadway in San Francisco, which is an old punk club. And I had to go across the street there. And I'm like, "You have a Band-Aid?" And I said, "I wanted to carve DK in my arm, man." And so they run over with a tourniquet.
Oh my God.
And I was drunk. I was so fucking drunk. And we go to the hospital, and they're in there and they're trying to like hold me down because I'm like waving at them, "Get the fuck away from me, man. God damn it." And and they're trying to like just get me to calm down just so they can sew me up so I can stop bleeding to death.
Oh man.
So that was one of the craziest experiences I had.
Here's a random thing. Did you guys hear about the whole Serena Williams bullshit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I've watched all the videos that everyone has done about it.
Thoughts? Tell me your thoughts. I'm curious.
Oh, I think that she is. After seeing that, I was just like, okay, whatever on the court. But then when she does that press conference afterwards and starts saying, "Oh, I'm doing this to help women's rights," like, you're so full of shit.
Yeah,
you're so full of shit. I was fine with her. I'm like, whatever. All right, she's being a bad sport. I don't give a shit. But then at that point, I'm like, all right, you're kind of being a fucker now.
Billy Bong. Billy Bong is here.
Hello.
What's up, Mr. Bong?
Thoughts on Serena?
Yeah, I watched your video. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't boring, Billy.
Oh yes, yours one of the videos that I watched of it.
Yeah, it was good, Billy, but your intro
The
was way
first one
too
or the
long.
second one?
The first one. I haven't seen the
yeah.
second one
The
yet.
second
but I'm
one's
gonna
just a
watch
little add-on. It's nothing. It's just a little.
I think I've watched both of them. Pretty sure.
I was coming from the same place that Billy was, where like, who the fuck watches tennis? Like,
Well, no,
tennis?
I mean, people like it, but I'm just.
Yeah, of course people like it, but I don't. I mean, it's not something I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna cancel all my plans because Serena Williams is playing at the U.S. Open, guys. Oh,
yeah, right.
I did.
Gotta leave my time open for that.
I'm not one of those people that watches sporting events just because it's the final.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, once in a while, I agree. I'm a bandwagoner.
I'm not an NBA fan. I can't watch NBA at all. Like, I think maybe I watched a little bit in the '90s, but Jordan was there, so I guess it was
Jordan, Pippen, Rodman.
Yeah.
Okay, that was your dream team right there. That was
I definitely watched during the Bulls.
I actually had a dream team jersey for some reason.
Oh my god, did you? You still have it?
Yeah, original dream team. No, I don't know where the fuck that thing.
Aw, gay Billy.
I actually had who did I have? David Robinson. For some reason.
Thanks for making that video for me that I asked you for, because I put it in my video and it made me very happy. I was like, I need to have Billy Bong and I need to have Grant flipping the camera off. Like, I need to have those two.
Why are my legs showing? I keep on pulling this in. Never mind.
It's okay. It's just your legs. It's a big deal. White boy legs.
Because I keep on seeing it. I can't actually see because I got something sitting in front of part of my screen.
You got a laptop?
No, I got it's my cell phone. I don't have a computer.
Okay, Chris Holowicki does everything on his cell phone. Like, he made this crazy intro, the craziest intro ever, and he did it all on his phone. And I edited on my phone, but I couldn't get nearly a video like that. Like, the two last videos, music videos that I edited that have stuff in them, those are done on Premiere.
Yeah, those were good. That's for that.
You could do stuff that I can on Premiere though too. I'm sorry,
You gotta find out how to do it though. Like I know no shit on Premiere. I've had it for like a year and I still don't know goddamn shit because I don't bother taking any time to practice because.
Well, what do you use though to edit your videos?
No, I use Premiere, but.
Oh, but like any of the extra shit, you mean?
Like, yeah, there's things I want to learn about, and like there's all these. What do you call them? They're not buttons, obviously.
There's so many options.
There's so many options, and like you do it, and then you don't see any difference, and you're like, so what did that do? Like, so you don't know nothing about it, like unless you learn. Like,
have you ever done have you ever done a search on YouTube, like a
yeah? My problem is I don't have time. Like, I don't time to practice any of this shit.
It's so time consuming, right? Like I was telling Ken earlier that the first music video I made took me like a week and a fucking half. Even the second one, and it's only 3 minutes long, but you know, like when you play around a bit and you learn how to use a few of the effects and you want to use them, and you like, not only can you apply effects to certain clips, you can also adjust certain things about those effects and how those effects play out. And sometimes you have to like watch something over and over again to make sure you got the timing just right. And like, you know, like when I use strobe, you can't just throw strobe onto a clip. You actually have to go and you have to adjust the strobe time, the strobe duration, and you have to like adjust all these little tiny things within the actual effect to get the effect.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I probably just like try and drag something on and see it. Sometimes it works and sometimes there's no effect and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah, sometimes I'll take like maybe a still image or maybe a short little clip and I'll apply different effects just to see what it's like on them and get used to it that way. Play around with them.
Yeah.
But time is a factor too, because a lot of the time it is very time consuming to sit there and try and get things the way that you want them to show.
Well, that Serena video only took me like 2.5 hours, and I actually like had to cut up one video and keep splicing it in between what I was saying or whatever, and that took a little bit of time. But so I did nothing in that video basically, and it took 2.5 hours, right?
Yeah.
So if I didn't splice up those clips, it would have taken me like 2 hours or less. But if I actually tried to do effects and shit, it would take me like 4 or 5 hours. Like,
Hey, Billy, do you do just like one take with your audio, or do you do a couple of different takes?
I just record and then I. What do you mean by? I don't script anything.
Okay, well, what I meant was you get down in front of the microphone and you just say, like you watch the video and you just say your piece one time, or do you
Yeah, I
like
mean,
go
I may
back
stumble on words and shit, but then I repeat
and then you just
myself.
edit that out?
Yeah, and then I just edit that out. Yeah.
Yeah, because I script my videos, but I usually
I
just do
can't
it in
do
one.
it.
Yeah, I know.
I like sound like I'm reading. It's
I
so
know,
bad.
I do too, and I'm trying not to be so monotone because
It's
I
No,
dude,
you
know.
you
didn't
have
sound
to.
like you were reading in your last one. It sounded very
No,
natural.
no, no,
and
no, because I don't script. I'm saying if I
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
script,
Oh
it's like
yeah.
I could find videos on my channel and I'll say watch this part. I
Mhm.
fucking scripted that part and you'll hear it right away because I'll be like the thing is you don't think about how you speak
Yeah.
yeah,
like when you're speaking. So
Mhm.
if you start reading, you're
yeah.
not speaking how you normally speak, and you
Oh
Yeah.
have
yeah,
to.
yeah,
So you have
exactly.
to
You can.
sit there and practice speaking how you actually
Well,
would
yeah,
say that.
because when you're
Yeah,
reading out loud, right? And it's not natural because it's not your brain in a flow state. It's your brain like reiterating ideas. Don't be yawning.
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
You could.
Amy's like, don't be yawning on my stream. I will kick your ass from here to south, Amy.
Mhm. He needs his ass out of Chicago, man. I'm scared that Chris is gonna get gunned the fuck down over there in Chirac.
No, that's
Now, you don't live in Chicago, the city, do you?
no.
You
I
probably
live in
live
the
outside
west
it.
suburbs. I live way out. I live like 17 miles outside of Chicago, and I've said this before. There's a banner hanging out in front of my building. Villa Park voted Money Magazine's eighth best place to live and 23rd best place to raise a family. Money
23rd.
Magazine. So yeah, I mean, it's just boring here. There's not but you know, if I drive 15 minutes a certain direction, I'm gonna be in a worse neighborhood. Like as soon as you cross the Cook County border, it starts getting a little sketchier. Like the crime rates are higher in those towns. And you can get some real bad neighborhoods, but I never
Mhm.
go there. There's nothing
Yeah,
for me there.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I was born in Cook County. I was born in Evanston.
Oh, yes, a nice town. You're way up
Mhm.
north on the lake.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
that
Yeah.
white
Evanston.
privilege.
Exactly. Exactly.
Comedian, what's her name? Lauren Lapkus is from Evanston. She's on Comedy Bang Bang podcast a lot.
Oh, I haven't seen
If you
that.
ever listen to that,
Dude, I've been
it's a good
catching
one.
up to Your Mom's House like crazy. Like that's been my morning binge watch.
I love Your Mom's
Yeah,
House.
it's so
I
funny.
listen to it while I drive
Keeping it
around.
high and tight.
Yeah,
Keeping it
they're
high
so
and tight.
fucking funny.
You glassing, Chris? You glassing? I'm glassing.
I'm glassing.
I'm
Just
glassing right
glassing.
now,
Just
bitch.
glassing.
Glassing.
Nobody's getting these jokes.
I
No.
know exactly. We're all just like, what the fuck are they talking
So,
about?
you know what's really funny? They have a few catchphrases and stuff that they say during the podcast, right? It's a husband and wife comedian that have this podcast called Your Mom's House. And they sit together and they talk about like all their experiences, like having a kid and like doing stand up and all these other things. They watch videos together on the internet and they just like make jokes and shit about them. And all these little phrases come from those kinds of things. And it's so funny seeing comedians watch YouTube videos because they're just fucking funny,
Yeah.
right? Like that try me out. Try me out.
Yeah, try it out.
Piss on me, beat me, try it out.
I would consider Your Mom's House with Tom Segura and Christina Pazitsky. I would say it's like a longer form. It's kind of like Tosh.0 if it was way more fucked up and they had way more fucked up clips
Yeah,
of just
yeah.
fucked up people. And they're hilarious, both of them. It's really great podcast.
Yeah, so like they call each other jeans. And then
Yeah.
there was this thing that they did where like people sent them clips of them going through drive-thrus ordering food. And they're like, hey, mommy, I'd like to order blah, blah, blah. All right, thanks, jeans.
Because
Like,
they don't say.
yeah. And like the people in the drive-thru, they don't even really respond to those things because they're probably just like, oh, this person's just whatever. They're just like using whatever words, right? Like,
Did you
it's
see the
funny.
one I made for that? I made one of those. Yeah, it's on my YouTube. It's under the playlist Comedy Bits and Pieces.
Okay, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use it as an intro for something I
it's
do.
yeah, me going to McDonald's and I'm just like, "Hi, mommy, can I just please have a cheeseburger Happy Meal?" And they're like, "Yes." And then I'm like, "And like a toy for a boy or a girl?" I'm like, "I wish it was more first English person because it would have been easier to talk to. But it's just like, I'm like, do you actually have any gender fluid toys?
Oh yeah, because they always talk about the gender issue too.
Yeah, which I should have said. Do you have any toys for like poly or bi kids? That's what they use.
Is like some of the most annoying bullshit to have to deal with in 2018. Like,
yeah, they're like normies reacting. They get some of this SJW bullshit that we're tearing apart all the time, and they're just like, "What the fuck is this?" But they're not anti-SJWs because it's just gotten to the surface to where these busy people are actually noticing it. People with famous people with careers. If you don't know Tom Segura, go watch all of his Netflix specials.
Yeah, he is.
And
really
Christina
funny.
has one too.
He's well known.
He's very funny.
He's pretty well known in the comedy circles, I think. Like...
Straight up.
See, I wouldn't have even expected Billy Bong to know that. Do you like comedy, Billy? Like, what do you like? Tell me.
Sure, what? Crazy. I love
comedy. I don't know. Tell me. I want to know you. Like, who do you like? Who do you like from old, from new? Like, what do you listen to?
What? Music or comedy? What are we
comedy, stand up. Mm-hmm.
What the first shit I think I got into was Dice.
Dice Clay! Hey!
It was fucking great in the late 80s. Oh my god.
Yeah, and he was so controversial back then.
You know who had a good fucking tape? Jackie the Joke Man Martling.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
He used to be on Howard Stern, and he had a fucking funnity. He had a funny.
Billy made up words too.
Whatever, a comic tape. I'm sure he did stand up all the time too. Like a lot of these people that are in TV shows, sitcoms, they have done comedy. Like there's a lot of people who do comedy that you didn't expect did comedy. You know,
like what's his name from Seinfeld?
Seinfeld.
Kramer?
No. The guy behind it.
Larry David. Yeah.
Larry David. Yeah, he did stand up for the longest time, but he just wasn't good at it, so he became a writer.
But what about Curb Your Enthusiasm though? That's a
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Great
It
show.
is. I love that fucking show. I love that show.
I love the little bum bum bum.
See, comedy. A lot of that comedy like that you can't get away with today.
Dude, there's one. The first scene I think I ever seen from that was like, it was an episode with Ted Danson in the first season. And I was just passing through channels and I see he's walking down the street. He throws something out in someone's garbage can and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's like, "What are you talking about?" Like, "Why'd you throw that in my garbage?" He's like, "It's garbage."
Grant's like, "Amy, don't hide that you just recently got into Curb." I did. Okay, I'm really late to the game on a lot of things. Like, I just finished watching all the seasons with Alfie of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, that show's funny too.
How did
I'm like
I miss
8 seasons
that show?
behind on that.
Oh my god, you gotta get on that shit.
I can't
only
take
the first 2.
You can't take it? Why?
I can't watch like more than like 2 or 3 in a row.
It's just like
it's too intense. They're just always yelling.
Oh.
I know it's funny. I don't deny that it's funny or anything. And I sort of like it, but it's just too much for me.
I don't deny it's funny.
It's like sensory intake.
I hear
you on that show. And it's never ending, so I just need a breather sometimes.
So what did you watch before? Like, were you into Seinfeld or?
Oh, hell yeah!
Seinfeld's good shit.
Dude, Married with
Such
Children.
a great show.
Oh my god, Al Bundy and Kelly and Bud. Oh my god, I love that show. My parents used to.
I'm an
watch
'80s kid, so I watched all that shit. I will fucking Facts of Life and Different Strokes and all that.
I haven't heard those last 2 shows.
Those are like early mid '80s.
Okay.
Sitcoms.
Everybody was in love with Christine Applegate.
Everyone knows that shit. Not everyone, but Ken, you know that shit.
Oh yeah.
Different Strokes.
What Three's Company? That's my jam.
Three's Company.
Oh, Three's Company.
Greatest
My
show
parents
ever.
watched that.
One of the greatest shows.
Oh man.
Sitcoms that were popular when I was started remembering watching TV. I think
Your
it's
father's nuts, like
Family Members, Step by
he
Step.
inserted you into your mom.
Well, yeah, Family Matters and Step by Step and
Family
Seinfeld.
Matters! Oh my god, Family Matters was so good.
Steve Urkel.
That was TGI Friday, no?
Yeah, TGIF
Yes,
was
TGIF was the
that
shit.
was a big part, and Snick, the Nickelodeon thing on Saturday nights.
What?
That was the shit. Oh, you don't get Nickelodeon in
No,
Canada.
wait. When I was growing up, my parents actually had a satellite, an American satellite dish, so I didn't grow up on Canadian TV. I grew up on American.
No shit.
Wow,
Yeah.
she was upper class. She was Canadian privilege.
I'm all about that American life, man, because American everything is just fucking better. And minus the healthcare situation. But
right.
Like
minus the healthcare thing. Yeah,
like TV from the States, like all the people and all the kids that I went to school with, they're talking about all these fucking gay Canadian shows. I'm like, bitch, I watched Dexter's Laboratory. I watched this, I watched that. And they're like, I don't get that. And I'm like, haha, it's because you don't have American privilege. I do. Freedom! Yeah.
I've never heard of anyone in America getting a satellite to get Canadian
Why?
TV
I mean, you may as
before.
well just kill yourself. Why
would you
Does Canadian TV suck? Is it really bad?
Yeah.
I think that you guys are I think you guys are responsible for the American remake of Skins, which the MTV version of Skins. Do you ever hear that?
No.
Do you know what
Lorne
Skins
Michaels
is?
went into Canada and stole all your good comedians.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what happens anytime there is a good comedian in Canada? Are there any good Canadian comedians right now? Like, I can't think of any.
Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, I remember the show
Norm
Kids in the
Macdonald.
Hall. Kids in the Hall was a hilarious
Fuck yeah.
comedy from Canada.
Yeah.
And also Bob and what was the name of that show?
Mr. Show?
No. I can't remember the name of it. But it was done in Canada. Kids in the Hall and another one. Yeah, there's a couple of good comedy shows from Canada.
The other one was the Reno guys. What was that one?
Reno 911?
No, before that, way before that. The State.
Yeah.
The State
I haven't really saw that much.
The State. It was
like
on
the
MTV.
State.
It was a skit show. It was all the people from Reno in like the early 90s. It was around the same time as Kids in the Hall and all that shit.
Oh, I missed that one.
Look it up on YouTube, I guess.
Yeah, they got everything on YouTube. You want to find any show, just type it in.
It was the main people from Reno. I guess they're all main people, but not the black girl, the blonde girl, and the black guy. They're not in it. All the other ones, they're in it. They've been together for a while.
The dude from Reno 911 is in that new Puppet Master movie. They just came out the new Puppet Master movie. Anybody a fan of that franchise?
I never seen them.
They're coming out with the new Halloween too, aren't they?
Oh yeah, I did a trailer reaction for the newest trailer. I am officially excited for it. That last trailer.
I'm telling
really
you, it's just the music, bro. It's just the music.
But what about the intensity of him slowly going in and just going into one house, icing those two people, then going to the
two? That was a scene from 2. That was the scene from 2.
Oh, it is a direct translation from 2, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't remember he went in and took the old lady's knife or whatever? And
oh, yeah, I do remember that.
He was going through the houses, I remember.
Damn it.
Hey, guys, guess who hasn't seen Halloween?
Never
it
seen
doesn't
Halloween.
really. It's nothing. You didn't get
I own
anything.
all of
I
them
need to watch
on
some
VHS.
like, old
Go
classics.
see the first one like tonight. It's just fucking dope.
I can't watch no scary movies by myself.
What?
Come on. I'm a bitch, okay, Billy? I'm a fucking bitch. Okay?
Horror movies aren't scary. They're not
I
real.
have to sleep by myself.
They're
okay?
movies.
Amy needs a boyfriend so she can watch horror movies.
Yeah, just for that purpose, and then he can get the fuck out because I got
shit. Just fuck him and leave.
I'm like a dude, right? I'm like, look, I just want to like have you around for the things that you're useful for, and then after that, just get off my dick and leave me the fuck alone because I got shit to do, and I don't want you all up in my face. And they all get really weird like that. Who are you talking to? Why are you talking to this person? I'm like, oh my god, I want to kill you. Like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Before you leave, open that jar and kill that spider.
Oh my god. Yeah, hey, I've actually become very self-sufficient in killing my own spiders. And there was like 2 weeks a couple of months ago where they were just coming out of nowhere, man. Like I had spiders out of nowhere, I'd wake up in the morning and there'd just be this fat fucking thick black mass crawling across the floor, and I'm like sleepy eyes, and I'm just waking up. It's like 4:30 in the morning, and I'm like, what is that? So this is what I do. I have to like not scream like a insane person. I go grab a shoe, which I have at the ready, and I just.
She's got a shoe at the ready.
I have to. You know what I mean? I have to.
You put little spider skulls on it, like as you kill the spider on the shoe.
Ew, it's so gross. Usually it doesn't stick to the shoe, luckily. And then I waste so much paper towel because when I pick it up, I don't want to feel its corpse in my hand. You know? It's so nasty. It's so nasty. Billy, come kill my spiders for me. I don't like them.
You're supposed to keep the spiders because the spiders kill everything else.
Yeah,
okay.
The spiders
Speaking of keeping spiders, the very first YouTube video I ever made, which is so weird, is like my friend who is a cop. He came and he helped me kill a spider. And this spider lived in my house for 2 fucking weeks, okay? One day after work, one of my friends came over because we were going to smoke a doob together. And he's like, I really need to use the washroom. Can you? I'm like, yeah, sure. So he came in to use the washroom. He walked out of the washroom and he froze. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, and I'm like, uh-oh. And then I look at the ground, this fucking brown recluse spider, okay? Like these things are massive and fat and they're fucking really dangerous. Is crawling on the floor, and he was too much of a pussy to kill it. I jumped on the couch and freaked out, and he's like, is there a Tupperware container? Do you have a Tupperware container? So I pointed at the cupboard. He took out a Tupperware container, and then he just like went, and then he drugged the spider close to the bathroom, and then we put a pot on top of it. 2 weeks that motherfucking thing was going insane in that fucking solitary confinement.
Why didn't you just throw it outside or kill
one of those books next to you and just throw it, like drop it right on it?
In the moment, we couldn't, and I swear to God, this thing taunted me.
Onto it.
Like,
yeah, but you could have thrown it outside at least.
Yeah, but I wasn't touching it, and neither was he. So until I got somebody to come in, I
wouldn't keep around a spider like that. But like any spider that's like the size of your fingernail, I wouldn't bother. But when they get
that's not bad. This thing was like this big, Billy. Billy, it was like. It was like 2 or 3 inches across.
Okay? You gotta get rid of that.
Gross. Jesus. Oh, and if you watch the video, I should like pull that up again and just like use it for something. We took it outside. My friend slid a cereal box outside. Yeah.
I catch your fucking Canadian. Everyone's like, no, you didn't tell Canadian. I hear it all the time. It's so.
I say a boat too. A boat.
A boat.
I say it's so weird.
What about your beaver?
It's a hairless beaver, but it is a beaver. We slid a cereal box underneath. And like this thing would start crawling, and oh my God, just the icky feelings that you get seeing this thing with this long, creepy, fat, hairy legs. It was so gross. It was like a tarantula baby. That's what it reminded me of. Oh,
it survived in there for 2 weeks. It doesn't need to eat nothing or drink water.
Humans suck, dude. We're like dead in 2 days.
We took this asshole outside. We put it on the ground. We had a 2x4, and my friend took that 2x4, and it was heavy, and he threw the plank on top of it. It bounced off the fucking spider, and the spider kept crawling. And I was like, kill that fucking thing. I don't even care for outside. That thing should not be
You took it outside to kill it.
Yes.
It's just like, all right, we got it. Now let's bring him outside to the grass, and now let's kill this motherfucker.
Let's starve him for 2 weeks. We'll take him out.
Starve him for 2 weeks. Why don't you just squish him?
You're like Hacksaw Jim Duggan on this motherfucker.
As far away from the house as possible, like away from my door, away from any opening near my house. It just needed to be the fuck away. And we got it out, and this thing was so tenacious. Like it just would not fucking die. And we finally got it. Oh, it was. It was the most terrifying spider I've ever seen in my life. Ooh, and people are like, oh my God, I have this tarantula in my house. It's like my pet. And I'm like, that's Red Guy. That's Red Guy letting his fucking pets loose in my goddamn house. Red Guy, stop. His cat is a goddamn alligator. And he's like, look at my cat, guys. Look at my cat. And I'm like, this reminds me of Mike Tyson. What's his name? Charlie Murphy on the Joe Rogan Experience told the story about when he went to go and visit Mike Tyson at his house, and Mike Tyson had lions at his house, and then he's like, "Hey guys, come say hi to my cat." And Charlie Murphy's like, "That's not a cat, that's a lion. Like, it's not a cat." Oh my god, it's so people are fucking mental with their animals.
Yeah. That's...
Hey, Amy,
speaking of animals,
I'm gonna
here's Pickles.
go.
You're gonna go?
Yeah, but it was. I appreciate you having me hanging out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It was fun hanging out with y'all.
Good. I'm glad you came. I hope you have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Boy.
Hey, Chris is here. Good morning, Chris. Good morning,
Hey, what up?
Chris.
Is there someone else here?
No, not
Or
in
is
the
that
hangout,
me?
but in the chat. In the chat.
Oh, I see.
Me and Billy Bong.
Chris
I hear
too.
Billy Bong bonging right now.
There's
Yeah.
other Chris's.
There's other Chris's. And
Chris.
yeah, but what was it? Halloween? Watch that
Halloween,
shit.
yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so aesthetically pleasing.
I haven't even seen any of the Freddy and Jason movies. Like my
Jeez,
movie watching career is shit, Billy. Like there's
This is
so many
so
movies I haven't
much.
seen.
I don't know, man. I always thought Halloween was so much more real and intense than Friday the 13th. I loved Friday the 13th, but I mean, I like Freddy too, but they were a little comedic. Besides the first one. The first one was really well done. Like,
The red guy said Pickle's a funny dog. Red guy, you fuck. I've seen the
Pickles.
That's like a classic scary. Oh, look at Pickles, he's so cute.
The Exorcist or did the Exorcism?
The Exorcist, sorry.
Okay, I thought that might have been the Canadian title.
Fuck off with that shit.
It was released in Canada as The Exorcism. Pickles need the Exorcist.
Religious at this point
Jesus.
when I watch it now. It's like,
Yeah, it's all like Catholic bullshit.
yeah, and it's just like I don't buy any of this anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I mean,
up.
have you ever, Billy? Were you ever religious, or is this
Not really? Well, I don't know. I probably definitely had to have believed at some point. Yeah.
You think so? Hey, but
Well, I
you weren't
wasn't
like a practicing Christian or anything.
Like forced practicing. Like I.
Oh, so your parents and shit made you go to church and stuff?
No, my grandmother.
Oh.
Like, crazy. Like it was fucking. I hated it. I hated church.
Me
It was the
too.
worst. It was
Yeah.
I had to be an altar
And I
boy.
wasn't like I didn't buy into any of the shit really.
Mm-hmm.
Like except for the I guess that I guess that God's watching you shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
thought it
only
was gonna
shit that
burn.
matters because it's like it's some fucking some spy spying on you. So it's like what
God's
the fuck?
watching you jerk off, and he's gonna burn you later for it.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait. So if God's watching me, why did I just jerk off? Nah, there's no.
What if kids just they just stop going to the bathroom and showering? It's like, no, man, it's fucking God watching us. All this dumb shit you taught me.
Dude, what a fucked up thing to tell anybody that you know, that there's just some force watching you do everything that you're doing. Like, how is that healthy? And how anybody thought that was
Santa Claus
healthy?
for adults.
Yeah, they double it up. They tell you both, like, what? First of all, this one's gonna make you burn, and then this guy isn't gonna give you any free shit. So you better be good, because your life on Earth and in the afterlife is just gonna be bad.
Yeah, dude. Whatever.
Is that why Santa gives coal? Because he's gonna
burn you.
Because he's gonna burn you. Because he's like, God, let's save this. One day, God will.
You're gonna burn in hell.
Send you
You're
the devil.
burn in hell. It's definitely way worse in the States than it
It's
is.
the fucking Twisted Sister song.
How is it?
I don't know if you've ever seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
I know who Pee Wee Herman is, but I haven't actually seen it.
There's a scene in that that's really funny with Twisted Sister.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They're,
really?
like, making a
I haven't
music
seen it in a
video
long time.
and they basically almost get run over. Pee-wee's Big Adventure is great. It's a Tim Burton movie. It's so fucking
Yes,
I
good.
love
movie.
Tim Burton.
It's
I'm a
nothing
big-
like Pee-wee's Playhouse. It's nothing like it. It's so fucking funny.
Really?
I don't know if it holds up the funniness, but in my head, it's still funny.
I've seen the beginning scene recently, the whole Rube Goldberg breakfast machine.
Yeah.
I remember them showing us that in
the
high
Mr.
school.
T, cereal.
Oh, yeah.
So what kind of shit do you watch on your free time then? Do you watch more scary movies during Halloween time, Billy, or is it just...
I haven't been doing movies for years for some reason. I've been
Me
more
neither.
doing like TV shows.
There's too much YouTube to watch. I don't have time to even sit and watch. I don't have the attention span. Like putting aside 90 minutes.
Yeah, I'd say the last, since I don't know what year, but I gotta be 10, 15 years of watching mostly fucking TV shows, those hour dramas and shit.
That's why I go to the movie theater so much.
Yeah, HBO is putting out really great
pay
shows.
Attention.
And I haven't watched any of them. I haven't gotten into Game of Thrones.
I got shit to watch now, actually. Yeah. Everything's all back and some new shit's out that I was supposed to check out.
Devin was talking today about some alternate, parallel universe after World War II show where the premise of the show is Germany won the war.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, so Germany won and they're controlling America, and you see it from that perspective, which is it sounds really interesting because I'm a big fan of Hitler in World War II, which is
I'm a big fan of
that's a great sound drop. It's a great sound drop.
I'm such a big fan of Hitler. I think he's so fucking cool.
That's good. Someone's video.
Dude, he's so fucked up, man. I've always found him to be such a fascinating historical character. That's my litmus test for people. If they hear me say that and they're like, I don't want to talk to you, I'm like, bitch, I don't want you in my life because I don't think what he did was good. But there's some quality to him that got him to get so many people moving in a certain direction. There's something. There's some.
They
quality.
Thought he was Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, Charlie Chaplin.
He was just following him.
I don't know. I just find
Hitler ruined an entire mustache forever.
And a name. Apparently, you can't name your kid Adolf in Germany, right? Or some weird shit like that.
That's weird.
2 names.
Adolf and Hitler, yeah.
There's a documentary out about a bunch of people who are named Hitler. Just a bunch of families, all the different Hitlers in the U.S. So what's it like? What's it like being a Hitler? No, well, it's their actual last name, and some of it's spelled a little differently, but they're their last name's Hitler. So it's a documentary about them, and actually one of them is turned a white supremacist, and I think it's because of his name. He was just well, I guess I'm all in then.
Logic right there.
Oh my god. But I mean, you get in trouble in Germany if you deny the Holocaust, right? So I would imagine that you would get in trouble if you're like,
Pickles.
I'm gonna name my kid Adolf.
Yeah.
Or some
they
shit.
Said that 78-year-old woman to prison because she doesn't believe in the Holocaust.
Imagine they send people around knocking on your door. Knock, knock. Yes. Do you believe in the Holocaust?
Do you believe in the Holocaust?
No.
And then they just shoot you right there. Which is actually pretty dictatorial, if you ask me.
And it's reminiscent of everything else.
Yeah, exactly. Germans just have this, they're predisposed to being controlling. And if it's not in the bad way, it's in the way it appears good, but it's actually really bad. Oh, yeah.
So wait, so you're the one that doesn't know a lot of shows and whatever.
Yeah, I'm movie illiterate, movie and show illiterate.
Music
Deadpool 2.
Illiterate, no, you probably know.
Yeah, music a little bit. I'm a little bit illiterate, but Grant will throw me some tunes, and people will throw me tunes.
I can't imagine what Grant throws you. Grant.
Oh, heavy metal shit, and I like it for your cardio.
Oh, metal's great for fucking cardio.
Oh, fuck yeah. I remember your theme song actually had me looking up the band that wrote that song. And I think you actually recommended Evermore to me. Was it
Nevermore?
Nevermore.
Yeah.
Nevermore. You recommended them to me, and I listen to them sometimes when I'm running on the treadmill. And it's just like, you know, I have like different music that I like for different shit, right? Like if I'm chilling at home.
I'm shocked that you even liked whatever you heard from them.
I do. I like
So
my
that's pretty
taste in
cool.
music varies widely. Like
Because
I
they're like
don't
really
discriminate.
heavy, but nobody
Yeah.
likes the singing style because it's
You got to get
not
used
like
to it.
most heavy metal. Like
Yeah. But I like different shit too, right? Like I like to my music is probably the most diverse thing in my entertainment profile in terms of what I ingest. I like a lot of different shit. And like different music works for different shit, right? Like I'm not going to be listening to Evermore if I'm chilling at home baking a cake.
Nevermore.
Listen to Jar of Flies and then tell Dan you love Alice in Chains after hearing it.
Jar of Flies. Okay.
Get high and listen to it.
Okay. Do you listen to anything like chill? Like what's the chillest music you listen to?
That's pretty chill. I just like I like mostly like metal and rock shit, but you know, they put out.
Come on, Billy. No
all-time-
Kanye? No Kanye for Billy Bond?
Man, Kanye, is he any good?
He's all right. He has a few really good songs that I like. If you like, for me, it's like sometimes I just like smoking weed and pretending that I'm black and listening to a lot of heavy music, and I do this shit, and I like, you know, I don't know. There's like a weird thing in me where I'm like, I feel gangster. I'm gonna be gangster right now. That's what I do.
I only listen to a couple of like rappers or whatever from the 90s. Like
Red Guy's asking if you like Hall & Oates, Billy.
Hall & Oates could be all right.
Could be.
Yeah, here and there.
Yeah. What's your driving to?
What about Billy Ocean, Red Guy?
Oh, Billy Ocean. Yeah.
Fuck.
That's good shit.
Yeah, but I forgot what I was saying.
I cut you off, sorry. I steamrolled.
What did you say though? Because I didn't hear what you said either.
I actually cut you off to ask you about Red Guy's question about Hall & Oates. I think I was talking about driving music. Like, what's your driving music?
Yeah, whatever, man. Like I just like whatever. All my metal shit. Sure. Any of it. It's just it depends what I'm in the mood for one day and the next.
Chris, do you only listen to podcasts when you drive, or do you listen to music too?
I'm really like I'm really weird with music now. It's like I used to be like super into metal. I mean, I still am, but I stopped keeping up with shit. Like as soon as I moved out of my parents' house and I didn't have internet for years, so I wasn't keeping up with anything. So I just find individual songs that I like, and I'll put that on rotation. But I listen to at home while I'm drinking and walking around in circles, thinking about things, because that's what I do every day. So I just pace endlessly in circles when I have to think.
Yeah.
So
I do that too.
Yeah. So I listen to music for a little bit, but yeah, I'm all about podcasts. I find them so relaxing, and I drive to make money. So I don't know. I used to always be like, back in the day, I used to just rock music like all the time. But I don't know. I discovered podcasts, and I listen to so many of them that in order for me to be able to listen, like I gotta listen to them at work. It's fine. Like music kind of stresses me out a little bit, and I can't think about what I want to listen to.
It stresses you out? What do you mean stresses?
Yeah, a little bit. There isn't enough. There's never see, now this is the problem. As soon as I got availability of everything, I can't think of anything I want to listen to.
Yeah.
So I can listen to anything in the world. So I'm like, well, I don't want to listen to anything then.
Yeah, too many options fucks you up, right? Like you're just like,
yeah,
the amount of choices that I can make here is just so overwhelming. Just fuck it. Like just fuck it.
You're high maintenance, Chris.
Yeah. It's the same with video, like shows and movies. I pay for Netflix and fucking Hulu and probably like 3 other things, and I only watch YouTube.
When I got a new fucking phone from Sprint, they gave me Hulu for as long as I'm under Sprint and as long as they're under the deal. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right.
I have Sprint.
Cool.
Those cunts ain't giving me no free Hulu.
I'm like,
I gotta go in there and talk to them.
I'm like, as long as I don't have to pay for shit, right? They're like, yeah,
That's
no.
a great deal because then they just cut off the Comedy Central app because I was using my parents' cable password so I could watch everything on my phone and
yeah.
screen mirror it.
With the
It's like
provider or whatever.
Comedy Central, Stars, I had HBO. Now I have 2 HBO accounts. But all this stuff and what the fuck am I saying? Oh yeah, but now that Comcast are being total cunts and they don't want you using the app. They know that people are just giving their passwords around so that
Dude,
people can just
they want
watch
to
their
push all
phone.
this shit to the internet. It's their fucking fault.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to push everything to the internet, but I don't. It's. I don't know.
So I use this Android. It's like an illegal app. It's not like an illegal app. I don't know what a legal app is, but you can't buy it through the Play Store. You have to buy it, and then you don't buy it at all. You just download it. Yeah, and then you get Russian
dark web to
feeds.
get in there.
Well, it's an awesome app.
Spyware.
Yeah, it's probably spying on me. I've had it on every phone I've ever had, though. And I mean, Mission Impossible 5 just went live on it. And I'm like, oh, I didn't go to see it in theaters. And I haven't seen the last couple ones. So I'm going to watch Mission Impossible 5 later. Plus, Sicario 2 just popped up on the app, too. I'm like, oh, shit, I really want to see that. Missed it in theaters. I'll watch it never. But I have it an option to. That's how I watched, because it's just easier to watch it illegally. The new Sacha Baron Cohen show that just wrapped up. I watched all 7 of those through the app because it was just less trouble than downloading the Showtime app and putting my parents' information in, or only to find that Comcast would be in cunts with them too. But yeah, Showbox is good. But I mean, it's never fucked up my phone as far as I know.
It's just giving your information to Putin.
Yeah, they could have it. Have at it.
It's like what is it? Fucking 4 a.m. for you? Why are you awake so late?
3:50.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got home like.
Oh, hi, Chris.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
What up, Chris?
Hi, Billy. Hi, Chris.
Hey. What up? Amy, you were up very late tonight.
I am. It's only 10 minutes to 1 a.m. for me. I stayed up till 5 a.m. this morning.
She was absolutely hammered last night, Chris. You'd been really proud of her. You'd have been really proud of her.
Oh my god.
See, it's almost 3 here.
Oh my god, I was telling them earlier that I created that dating profile and like some of the riffraff that I was just like, oh my god, this is the shit that's in Vancouver.
Why is everybody in Vancouver, the men anyway, why are they all gay?
Yeah, they're so fucking gay, man. Oh my god.
It's bizarre. And I'm not just saying that to be mean, although I am saying that to be mean. But there's something wrong with them. Estrogen in the water. That's why.
Oh my god. Billy, you should have seen this guy's profile. It was like this long, and he was trying to be all like use alliteration and say all this weird shit. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like cringe. If you're a dude, your bio should be like that long. I don't need to like. I'm deep in shit, man. I'm deep. I got deep thoughts.
Mixed signals now. She wants it that long for the bio, but hang on, another length for something else. She's very.
That's a fair thing, though, isn't it? Do you have a good sleep? You doing all right, mate?
Yep. I just got a coffee. Got out of bed.
Yeah. Are you gonna go take the dog for a walk?
No, other way around. I got out of bed first, then got a coffee.
All right.
Yeah.
I was just about to mom Billy and say, "Why are you up so late? Shouldn't you be in bed, Billy Bob?"
Yeah, Billy, why are you up so late?
I'm a nocturnal one.
Oh, he's a night guy. He's a nighttime guy.
Night owl.
Actually, I'm like a never sleep guy, so it's fucked up. It's much worse.
Oh, you have a shit sleep schedule? Like you just have a hard time falling asleep? Even with all that weed that you smoke, you have a hard time sleeping?
Stay up. I'm stupid. I just stay up and then I sleep little and I work.
I was gonna say I know Holowiki that has a problem sleeping.
Yeah, Holowiki's a bad boy too. Are you drinking your water at least, Holowiki? Because
yeah, I drink water.
You know the best way to keep me off your dick about like all your health shit is at least drink water. And last time I was giving him shit, he's like, "Amy, look, there's like 3 bottles on my desk. I drink water." I was like, okay, okay, then we're cool.
There's only one by me right now. but I have one.
Blasphemy!
Why would anybody want Amy?
There's a half full one under the coffee table too, actually. Two more on the floor over there. 3 quarter-filled ones on the dresser over there.
Do you drink a lot of water then, Chris?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know if I drink 8 glasses, but when I'm thirsty, that's what I go to.
I don't understand that 8 glasses of water a day shit. I mean,
it's bullshit. It's not true.
I don't drink alcohol, and I just couldn't. There's no way I could drink 8 glasses of water a day.
How the hell is it so difficult? I can drink this bottle, which is larger than my head. I drink like 2 or 3 of these a day. It's 1.5 liters.
A medium-sized peanut larger than your head, though. I mean, come on. Well,
yeah, you were saying
her hands though. She's got massive hands.
You were saying you're 5 feet, and it's weird because I've never seen you in person. Even though I know I'm like 11.5 inches taller than you, I think it would be really shocking if I ever met you in real life. Yeah. I'd just be like, whoa, because I don't feel like I'm tall, but I'm not that. I mean, I'm not that tall.
5'11" is pretty tall. I mean, for me, that's pretty tall.
No, I mean, that's I think exactly the same. I've never met Amy in person either, and I'm a full foot taller than she is.
Yeah. It's like I try to picture like, so how tall is she? Because I just picture that. I don't know. Maybe I picture that I'm smaller than everyone. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. That's just sort of.
Chris, maybe you're drunk all the time and you need to calm the fuck down, okay? That's what's happening.
Do I seem like a real nervous guy? Like I'm worried about stuff that maybe I should chill out?
No, you seem pretty chill to me, actually. A lot of the people I know.
Hang on a minute. Chill. I beg to differ. That fucking video that you posted last night with the bit of your house ripped off. It's like, it's like you were being attacked by the fucking marauding horde or something. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't know why everyone believed that story was true. I said it's a grappling hook. I thought it would be clear that it was a joke.
Well, see, I actually didn't think, as soon as I saw the words grappling hook, I just didn't think that was in any way reasonable. But it also didn't seem like you were joking either.
I'm a good actor then.
But yeah.
Chris, I got new clothes. I can't
yay.
You know, stop
does that include underwear?
No, I didn't find any underwear. Can you believe that? But I got a really nice jacket, and I got a whole new workout outfit, and it's really cute. I promise.
It's kind of disappointing. I was sort of hoping for pictures when I woke up, but
when I go bra shopping, you guys look at pictures. Don't worry.
Excellent. All right then.
Don't worry. I'll need
the entire chat is jealous.
Fuck them. I don't give a fuck.
Even the gals.
Yeah.
Cállate. No. Oh, I'm sorry, Pickle. Are you okay?
I freaked out the cat.
Yeah, she turned around too fast and she bonked her head on the leg of a chair, like straight up in the forehead, and made like a knocking noise, like
the cat's scared of Spanish. Don't be mean.
Well, I yell "shut up" at them in Spanish when I want them to get away from me.
Actually,
cállate
really
away from me.
Afraid of foreigners and Mexican immigrants. I think they're down with the wall.
I found Pickles in a Hispanic neighborhood. That's why I think I started yelling "shut up" in Spanish at them. Because I figured that they would know Spanish better than English. I'm pretty sure Pickles also, she's a Catholic. She's very into her culture, where she comes from.
So is that like creationist cat, like akin to the creationist cat?
Damn fucking ass creationist cat, making cat seem lame.
He's creationist cat. Pickles is Christian cat.
I guess. Yeah. Pickles Catholic cat.
I don't know. I think Pickles.
You can't spell Catholic without cat, motherfucker. New channel. New channel.
And then we're gonna make memes. Christian cat is Chris Holowicki or Pickles or whatever.
It'll be a bait and switch. It's people think it's a Catholic channel, but it's really for cataholics.
and you say "Hail Satan" at the end. And
yeah.
I've been stealing that video. I've been saying at the end of some of my videos, in the spirit of Chris Holowicki, "Hail Satan."
I was going to say, lots of people
Excellent.
are saying "Hail Satan" recently. It's nice to see it spreading.
That's Holowicki's
Very good. Very good. Just spreading the bad news.
Yeah.
Hey, when you die, you just die. It's all over.
I think it's
I'm just traveling the country, spreading the bad news.
You've got your Drunken Atheist studio, and you always sign off with "Hail Satan." It just makes me smile every time.
I've been shouting "Hail Satan" at things for as long as I could remember. Probably as soon as I rejected religion, I think I went deep into Satanism, like right after that, because I was really mad. I was really angry.
Hang on, isn't Satanism religion?
Not, they're atheists. They're more. It's not really. I guess it's kind of. I'm not really a Satanist because I think the stuff in the Satanic Bible, some of it's a little too faggy, and I'm just like, I don't need to do all that. It's like these guys are a bunch of dorks. I just like Slayer and Deicide and Satanic black metal bands and stuff, dying or rotting Christ. Even the poppy ones, the Dimmu Borgir, Cradle of Filth. I still want to get the Jesus is a Cunt T-shirt with the masturbating nun on it.
Oh my God!
I've been trying to search for that online. That was almost my next drunk shirt buy.
Dude, go make
Couldn't
it.
find
Why
it.
do you need to search online? You can go to a T-shirt store, just find something, find the images, put them together.
I'd have to go into a T-shirt spot and say, "Hey, I want you to print this nun with her tits hanging out, diddling herself, and this copyrighted stuff." They might.
Just do it on Teespring.
Yeah.
Yeah, just straight up bootleg a Cradle of Filth T-shirt.
Fuck it, do it.
It seems that people get away with murder on that website, though. Like, there's all kinds of copyrighted shit on T-shirts.
Unless you're Devin and you're making a fucking Kurt Cobain shirt.
Yeah.
I have about that. That's why I took my Sarsaw shirt down.
Oh man, the cockroach one?
Yeah.
God damn it.
The Wicked Witch. No, it was a Wicked Witch. Sorry.
I have an idea for a Linda Sarsour shirt. Put her in a sombrero and say, "Linda la cucaracha."
And little dancing cockroaches next to her.
Yeah.
on the rim of the sombrero, just cockroaches dancing. I have a cockroach term for Linda Sarsour.
I have a T-shirt in the works for Drunk Atheist Studio. If it works out,
that'd be awesome. If it was like, I know everyone knew that, but I did say it a lot. So
I don't think I've heard. I think you were the first person I actually heard call her a cockroach.
Yeah, I think I heard it from you too.
I remember Hagbard said her name means cockroach. So
why would your name be that? What did Linda's family do in the distant past to be labeled that's your name? Like, what happened? They come from somewhere, last names. Like, they all mean something. Halawitsky means something in Poland. I don't know what it is. I forget.
Is that the correct pronunciation? Halawitsky?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I'm probably doing it wrong, but it's close to that. There's a lot of Polacks in Chicago. They tell me about it.
You're like, all right.
Yeah. Halawitsky, maybe.
My family
name Halawicki.
On my mum's side, my family name's Binkowski, which is also Polish.
Binkowski.
They changed it to Venus when they came to the UK, though.
Oh my God, you're like Chandler Bing.
Because of anti-Polish sentiments.
No.
Are English people racist against Polish people?
Up until recently, English people liked the Polish, but now there's so many of them, they're actually starting to hate them now because they're really, really unfriendly. It's entirely
that Eastern European. They're like, oh, fuck this.
I'd say Polish people now are stereotypically really unfriendly. So Polish people don't let their women talk to English people, like just not allowed. When you see a Polish, in the street. They're surrounded by loads of massive Polish guys, and they're just not allowed to interact with the locals, and it's just very unpleasant. So people tend to be a little bit down on the Poles. So.
Hashtag yes all.
Gosh, well, obviously, but
I just wanted to add hashtag yes all.
But the Polish work in greenhouses that do like menial work. So
yeah.
But now we're leaving the EU, that's probably going to stop. Fucking Poles. I'm going to take you some pictures of some proper Polish guys, Chris. They're fucking enormous. They're all built like brick shit houses. Hashtag all.
That's where I get all my muscles from.
This is what you should look like. I tell you what, they all drink more than you do as well. Fuck me, they can drink.
That's probably where. That's probably That probably is. Jesus. Alcohol.
Yeah.
What was that?
In your blood.
What?
I heard something.
Billy, do you drink often? I never hear any stories about Billy having a drink.
I could go like years without drinking.
I'm gonna say I don't think I've ever had drunk Billy Bon.
Oh,
no, never.
I've been drunk. I was drunk on stream once, but
how long ago was that?
A long time ago, like a few years ago, probably.
Yeah, that one must have passed me.
I've drank enough in my life, though.
I mean, Chris Holowicki has been drunk enough for the both of you. Don't worry.
Yes. I do drink.
I
far
feel like
too often.
Holowicki.
Yeah. Holovitsky.
Holla Dan. Holowicki. Get
that
whiskey because you're an alcoholic.
Your profile picture is really freaking me out right now because it's just you in a porthole and it looks like you're coming up to a window of a boat and you're just staring into it like this. I'm like,
what that is, Chris? What that is, Chris? It's a glory hole. That's how you see Amy in the men's toilet.
Say what?
That's a glory hole. It's how you see it in the men's toilet.
Devin made it. Chris, Devin made it.
I'm quite sure that he did.
They were making fun of me because they said that my hands look so big. They're like, how fucking big are your hands? Like, you're so small and your hands look massive in that picture. So we made that picture.
My hands are not very big. I got pretty small hands. I've dated chicks who got like tiny hands, or like they're very small and their hands are the same size as me. I'm like, what the fuck?
What?
I just have small hands.
That's a mutant, bro.
A mutant?
Don't be dating mutants.
Girls who have hands as big as me? I have small hands. They're not that big.
What about you, gal? You always date fucking mutants.
What?
No, Amy. She's always dating freaks. Not recently, but in the past.
Yeah, I have a knack for that. I'm making another drink. This is going to be my last one. Otherwise, I'm going to get way too wasted. Chris, you should have seen the dinner I made earlier. It was so good.
Are you drinking again? Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Turned into a full-on alcoholic.
Yeah, Devin called me. He said I have a problem, and I said, I'm just trying to follow in the footsteps of my father.
That really is not a good idea. But
no, definitely not. He is the worst human being of life, I think.
What you should have said was, I'm trying to follow in the footsteps of Chris Holowicki. Hail
there
Satan.
You go.
Hail Satan.
I've been really brainstorming on starting How to Live with Chris Holowicki, where I just give really good life advice to people based on my principles of like hedonism, nihilism. One of them is eventual suicide.
Oh my God, Holowicki, have I told you?
I call that chapter the escape plan.
Have I told you about my suicide plan?
Say what?
Have I told you about my suicide plan?
No.
So if I'm like 55, 60 years old and like my body is just not feeling good and there's nothing more I can do about it, my plan is to do all the drugs and take the biggest dose of heroin, and that's how I'm going out.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the trick is to not do heroin before that, ever.
No, I won't touch it. That's the only circumstance under which I'll do heroin.
That's very similar to my plan, because heroin's real cheap as well. I mean, really easy to get.
Chris. We can do it
Not
together.
cheaper than crocodile.
Oh, it is here. Crocodiles, I mean, I've heard of people who've made it here, but it's not available. Not like where you live.
Yeah, you nasty.
I've never heard anyone personally getting in like Southern Illinois.
I was joking.
It went from oh geez, what happened? It went from Russia straight to Chicago.
Isn't crocodile basically gasoline and crystal meth or something?
Oh,
I don't really...
crushed up codeine pills and gas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a spicy. Yeah.
Shouldn't put that.
Regulate crocodile. Yeah, that's what I was gonna make this point earlier. All right, let's say that you're able to hide all heroin from people, then they're just gonna start shooting up gas.
I mean, maybe we should just let them all do it and kill themselves off.
I mean, the problem significantly that America's got is heroin's quite similar to a lot of other drugs, and all of those other drugs are prescribable in America.
Oh yeah,
quite
they
free.
just started. They just approved.
It's a doctor fucking giving.
I know that they're because I'm part of a few MS. Groups.
Someone just fucking shooting up from a needle.
Yeah, I'm part of a few MS groups on Facebook, and all the Americans on there got prescribed opioids for the pain.
Yeah.
Well, the doctors are stopping that now, and all of these people with MS, which is bad enough on its own, believe me, are now fucking rattling because they're fucking coming down off opioids and they're not being given any more. Because you're not meant to give opioids for MS, not at all. But they've been doing it for like 40 years.
Yeah.
So it's really causing people a lot of problems because it doesn't actually help with MS. Just in case anyone's listening with MS, you do not need heroin. Just saying.
The FDA just approved giving fentanyl to children as young as 13 or 14.
What?
And it's like, oh, they're fucked. It's like, hey, you're gonna rewrite that kid's brain chemistry in a few weeks. That's gonna stick with him for the rest of his fucking life.
Like the tiniest dose that's needed to fuck someone up. Like in BC last year, it was such a huge problem. Fentanyl. People were dying left, right, and center from fentanyl.
That's why you got to worry about Molly. Even that's why I'd say get fentanyl testing strips. Get testing strips for your drugs and test them. Make sure there's no fucking fentanyl in there.
Yeah, no kidding.
And if there is, maybe only eat a little bit of it at a time.
Ecstasy pills before that later turned out to have heroin in them.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Hey, I tell you what, they were good fun. I
bet they were.
I mean, ecstasy, yeah, like in the 90s especially, like you're getting a cocktail of stuff. It's not pure MDMA.
Yeah, exactly. You could always tell them because the ones that had heroin in them, I found out later, had little brown spots.
Oh, gross.
I actually chose to avoid those later on, but initially, to be honest, I quite enjoy them. And I never got addicted to heroin, so I'm pretty sure that's all right.
Yeah, it's different than doing heroin straight up.
Yeah,
like in your veins, like intravenously.
Even sniffing it, you start sniffing heroin, that turns into a big problem, right? Really quick, quicker than you think.
Yeah, even eating heroin would turn into a big problem really quick if you ate enough.
I didn't know you could eat heroin. I had no idea.
You can get it in your body anywhere you like, really. It's more efficient to inject it, though, which is why they prefer to do that.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about heroin?
I don't know. You guys
That's because you guys are
drug addicts, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, do you have your headset is Bluetooth? Is that how it's connected to your phone right now?
My headset? No, this is the plug-in one. The Bluetooth one hooks up to the PlayStation.
Hey, see that big knockoff wire?
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right. So what is on the bottom? You have an Android, right? So is it like a micro USB?
For the
headset,
for what? For the microphone? There's just a microphone jack.
So it's two 3.5mm jack.
Oh, not a microphone jack, headphone jack, but it is a microphone jack also, as you can see.
Well, I'm guessing it has both, otherwise it wouldn't work as headphones.
Yeah, they have the power plug-in and they have the thing. Why do you have an Apple product or something? Do you not have do you have to use dongles and shit? I hate Apple. I love Android. You see what I'm able to do with even a Galaxy 4, but I have a Galaxy 7 that's one of the newer ones. I'm able to do a lot of shit with the phone that you wouldn't think.
Honestly,
could be done.
I'm thinking the next phone I'm gonna get is the Galaxy Note 9.
Nice. I love there's very, very few products in the world where I'm just like, fuck yes. And one of those is Galaxy. It's like very minimal problems.
I got the Galaxy S9 Plus, and to be honest, I haven't regretted it at all. It's a very, very good phone. I don't have any problems with it.
It's just, you could do so much. It's like a computer, because I don't have a computer, and now I don't really, very, very few reasons that I'd want to get one. Just having to deal with a keyboard and a mouse, I'm like, I would have to get used to it. I have to use a mouse at one of these places I work to do a couple things, and I'm just like, God, this sucks. Touch screens. Touchscreen. The touchscreen monitor was broken, so I'm gonna have to use the mouse. And I'm just like terrible with it. It's going all over the place. I'm like, I haven't used the mouse in years. This is not.
I don't mind it so much now, but I like my Apple because there's apps on it that are just, they work very easily and they're not all available on Android. Some of the apps that I have. Probably now that might be a little bit different, but it's going to be a change again, because when I switch, like, every time I get a new phone, it's either been an Android or it's been an Apple. Or when they were a big thing back in the day, I used to own a BlackBerry. But
nice.
How Canadian of you.
Oh my God, they have the best keyboards though. Those keyboards on those BlackBerry Bold phones. That was the best fucking BlackBerry I ever owned. It was touchscreen, and it was also.
I agree. Going to touchscreen keyboards has killed fucking smartphones to an extent. It's not as good as what the Blackberries and stuff.
Yeah, I like having the physical buttons and the way that they just worked. I typed so much faster, if you can believe it, on my BlackBerry Bold.
I used to have a phone, not a BlackBerry, but I'd take a very cheap phone, but taking a concept where I had probably 30 keys at least on the thing, and that was great. I loved using that thing and being able to, because you could feel the clicks. It's just it's just better.
They try to simulate the clicks by adding the click sound in these touchscreen phones now, but it doesn't have the same.
They make them vibrate as well. It's called haptic feedback.
Yeah, haptic feedback. But I don't like that either. I have that turned off.
With my phone, with the Galaxy S9, and I think the new iPhones as well, they have it's like a pressure sensitive touch on the screen, so it actually knows how hard you're pressing it, and that makes a big difference. It makes it feel like a lot more like a real thing. But
the phone could tell how fucking mad you are at it by how hard you're jamming your thumb into the screen.
Actually.
I don't like
have it when it's
home screen or the new iPhones. The home button isn't a button; it's now a touch button. But like, give me one button. Just let me have one fucking button on my phone.
What the fuck are you whining about? You've got the volume control.
Yeah, but I mean, for the newer one, I'm talking about.
No, I mean, but the Android phones are the same. There's no home button anymore.
I don't like it. I want a button.
Oh, you don't have a home button? I have a home button.
I was going to say, actually, to be honest, because Android phones have for a long time had the on-screen home buttons, haven't they? So it's not really a button. So
is there an on button?
Mine has an on button, yeah. I'm guessing.
See, there needs to be something. Because your shit freezes. You're just like, what the fuck do I do now? They'll freeze. They'll freeze one day. I get stuck in spots where my phone just doesn't I've flipped it out because I'm using two different kinds of GPS apps and trying to run the podcast app and whatever is running in the background. My phone will just
push the limits though, don't you?
Yeah. But
guys, I'm gonna run. I'm exhausted.
All right, honey. You have a good night. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for inviting me.
Hell yeah, man.
Good night, guys.
Good to chat.
Peace out, Billy.
Bye.
And actually, for me, I think it's 3:18 now. If I'm gonna get in some Spider-Man, I should probably start now. The sun's gonna be up in 2 hours.
You go
Actually,
do that.
no, like an hour and 15 minutes.
As if you're gonna go to stream now, you crazy bastard.
Yeah, well, he was gonna do that before, and then he's like, "Hey, send me the link." I was like, "Yes, Chris Hollowicky's gonna come." So
I'm glad I got to jump on. I'm glad I saw that you went live because I'm not looking for it at this time of night.
Yeah.
But I got a push notification.
Yeah, I don't generally stream this late. Yeah, last night I streamed I streamed way later.
Really?
I was super drunk.
What was I doing? Yeah. Oh, I think I was playing Spider-Man.
You went,
okay,
yeah.
You went Bengals Lake.
Not normally. I wake up and I look for the Chris Hollowicky stream, but 2 days in a row now it's been Amy. She's fucking stealing your views, Chris.
That's why I'm like, well, no one's gonna show up even if I do start my Spider-Man stream. So
I probably won't last very long anymore. I'll probably chat with Chris for a bit, and then we'll probably go hang out, or I'll probably get ready to go to bed or whatever.
Word up. Well, it was awesome hanging with you all.
Yeah, it was great. We had a great time. It was a nice chat.
Straight up, and yeah. If you're not doing anything after this, you know where to find me.
Yeah, I'll probably come in. I'll probably come hop in your chat and say hi. Are you gonna have Robot Lady tonight, though?
If something is updated or fixed, I just watched somebody else's PlayStation stream, and their chat communicates with YouTube and the PlayStation. So I don't know what I did to this fucking thing, but
it worked on Twitch, didn't it? He was on Twitch.
Yeah, it works on Twitch. So the plot thickens.
Oh.
Why my PlayStation and why YouTube? What did I do to the fucking thing? We'll find out. I fucked it up.
Can I just ask before you go? How many of those do you smoke every day?
Depends. Like a pack.
Oh my god, hollow whiskey.
I could do more than that if I'm really not paying attention to what I'm doing.
I'd love to fucking fly to Chicago and just fucking dedicate 4 weeks to drying Chris Hollowicky out. Like I'll look after your cats. I'll feed you.
Who knows what that guy would be like? Yeah. Say what?
I'll look after your cats. I'm just gonna lock you in a room and let you rattle for 4 weeks.
Just Jesus! That's like my worst nightmare. He's like, "Don't make me be sober." No.
I'll tell you that stream you did the other day where you went into the bank. You were fucking hammered.
Oh yeah, and I talked to that woman for like 7 minutes. I've already realized she's trying to sell me a checking account. I'm like, no, just take the car payment. Leave me alone.
And then you came out of the bank and you were like, she didn't give me a receipt, the bitch, and you were calling her. It's like, oh no, wait a minute, here it is. Because we all saw her obviously give you the receipt, so we knew that you had a receipt. Just you didn't know.
That's so. Oh man, I don't know if I should be doing those, but if you people enjoy them,
well, it was entertaining.
I went for a walk.
Yeah, it was good.
I think I slept till 7 at night that day.
Oh my lord, Chris Hollowicky, get your fucking life, as Christina Pajitsky says.
Get your entire life.
Get your fucking life, man. Get your fucking life. You are getting your life. Go have fun. Go start your stream, and we'll come visit you over there.
Cool.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
Bye.
Right back at you, party people. Stay metal. And hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Boy. Boosh.
He's such a big sweetie, that Chris Hollowicky.
He is. He seems remarkably sober tonight as well. How did you manage that?
I think he's just been drinking beers. He's been drinking the Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh, is that like American piss in a can with carbonation?
Yeah, that's what they say, but I actually don't mind Pabst Blue Ribbon. I like it.
I don't think you can get that here.
No?
No. The only
Gina is still here. Hi, Gina.
Hi, Gina. Oh, Gengel's in there, and so's Johan. Hi.
I don't know why the fuck Gengel's here. I'm so tired of his shit.
You was making me laugh last night.
He's like, aren't you supposed to be a doctor yet? I'm like, aren't you supposed to be dead? And he's like, He's like, I hope something really bad happens to you. And I'm like, something bad has happened to me. You.
I've got to go now. I've got to find. You just replied, typical with the rolly eye emoji.
Whatever, Gangles, whatever.
Poor Gangle, you're always picking on him.
Like he comes in and he's like, oh my god, my kid just blah blah blah. Like he won a fucking he got some belt or whatever in Taekwondo or whatever. And I'm like, you know how many times more I'm gonna have to hear about some kid of his doing something? 4 more fucking times. Yeah, Gangle. Great. Waste my fucking time with your bullshit. I don't fucking care, okay?
I don't know how he does it with so many kids.
He's gangster, man. Gangster's gangster.
That's fucking, it is hella gangster.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's so, Gangle's like he's so chill and cool.
So chill, yeah.
But I mean, that's probably how he does it, right? Because if you weren't like that, can you imagine how much chaos there would be in his life?
If it was me, I'd have to pull the heads off at least 2 of them.
Oh, Chris, you would have killed yourself upon hearing that there were any, like...
maybe deal with 3, but fucking 5 and a woman? What the fuck?
Oh, but come on, she's
yeah, she is. That's probably why he does it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's generally pretty hard for people to take on that task, right? But if the person that all those things are coming with is so fantastic, they complement each other very well.
Yeah, that's true.
So it works out for them really well.
Yang, as it were.
Yeah. I got I went to these outlet stores by the airport today with my friend. Hi, Paul! It's my future husband. I was telling Paul, remember I was telling Paul last night that we're going to get married and I'm going to read the newspaper to him while we drink coffee.
Paul really wants the drunken mess that was proposing to him last night.
Whatever.
I hope you know, Paul, you're going to have to support this alcohol issue.
I can't help it. I'm genetically predisposed to this. That's my excuse. You shut up. So I went to the outlet malls near the Vancouver airport today with my friend Amit, and they had so many good sales, Chris. Like I ended up buying a jacket that I need for the season, and look at the print on these pants. Look at this.
Oh. I saw you went shopping in your gym gear, didn't you?
I did, because I went to the gym right after, and then I went to I went to the gym right after, and I also went swimming and went into the sauna. Like, look at this shirt that I got too. That's like a really nice.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Hang on, I was meant to be boycotting Nike. Fuck that.
That was actually talking about that earlier, about how I know everybody's out there boycotting Nike because of Colin Kaepernick, but they had some bomb-ass sales today, so fuck those people, man.
Frankly, I wear Nike shoes, and fuck
there you go. Yeah, they're great. They're great.
They're good quality.
I appreciate those poor kids in those fucking warehouses.
I don't really give a shit who what American they hire who might be a bit mean to America. It just doesn't affect me that much.
Look, if they make clothes that I can wear that work well, I'm going to wear them, and I'm not going to let some stupid political bullshit impede.
It was an act of genius on Nike's part to hire that guy. Yeah. Because they got so much free advertisement.
Oh my God, did they ever?
In the short term, there might be a bit of a dip in sales. I don't even think there was, but in the long term, it can only benefit them.
Paul said he got his tuxedo. For what, Paul? Our wedding?
Yeah, I think that's what it means.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be great.
It supports child labor, yeah. Actually, Johan, I take offense at that. That is not how you spell labor.
Yeah. Labour.
Please get it right. We're not.
Look at him being all English and colonial.
You're not American, Johan.
Fucking Swedes, man.
I know.
To hell with them.
To hell.
Letting themselves ruin their fucking countries with all the muzzies. You guys are fucking dumb, Johan. You hear me? Well, I don't care how pretty you are.
Johan isn't dumb, to be fair.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I mean... No, I'm not sure. He's got the best train set in the world, though.
Best train set in the world.
Fully life-size. I've never seen a train set like it.
What are you gonna do now, Chris? Do you have to like? Are you gonna take the dog for a walk? Are you gonna hang out for a bit? Do you want to go chat in the Discord?
I'm gonna hang out for a bit. Well, I mean, either in here or in the Discord. I don't really.
Yeah, let's go do that. May as well end the stream, the hangout, just you and I or whoever else is there.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be other people.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad you came. I was happy when you're like, "Do you have a link?" And I was actually posting the link. I posted the link in the stream chat too because I was like, "Well, anybody who wants to come in, come on in." Because
is that how Hellbound Heathen came in?
Yeah.
Before I came in.
Yeah.
I see.
You can use the freedom spelling, Johan. Shut up, Gangle. Gangle's my Ethan. I'm just gonna tell him to shut up every time.
No, Johan, Gangle is completely wrong.
Yeah, Gangle.
I don't need to give you any more justification for that.
Isn't that enough that we use freedom units for things? Like, you need to make sure everything is on your antiquated fucking not metric system, imperial system that nobody uses but you, that America's just too fucking stubborn to let go of.
In fairness, Amy, we do use half of the imperial system.
But so do we. I'm telling you, we do too.
Your signs and everything, though, are all in metric, aren't they? Like,
yeah.
Kilometers an hour, kilometers. Yeah.
So so here's a question for you. In your vehicles, right? Are miles the bigger unit of measurement? Oh, really?
Yeah, so we have miles an hour in big numbers around the outside and kilometers an hour in little numbers.
Yeah, ours is the opposite. Kilometers are bigger, miles are smaller.
But then we've got our own special gallons as well for our trip computers. The UK gallon. Not like your freedom gallons in America.
Freedom gallons. We use liters for our...
I know you do. The thing is, we sell petrol.
Oh, look who's here.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You guys said you were going to end the stream.
But you didn't end the
stream. Can you kick Dan, for fuck's sake?
I can never kick Dan. I can't do it. Where have you been, you motherfucker?
Oh, I watched Sicario 2 and then fell asleep.
What's Sicario?
That's a movie. You wouldn't know anything about it. Don't worry about it.
I know. That's why I'm fucking asking you, you dipshit.
Movies are they're like moving pictures with sound.
I hate him so much.
It's a part 2 to the first one was good, different director, and the second one was kind of.
But is it a horror film? Like, what's the genre?
Oh no, it's like a crime movie about the cartels. Mexican cartels. The first one's really good, shot by a great director. The second one is just there it is. That happened. Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay, well.
You spent all that time telling us that the movie you just watched was a bit meh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what happened, Chris.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have limited time on this planet. It's all right.
I hope I haven't extended this train wreck of a stream because I just wanted to pop in and wait a minute.
I think she was literally about to hit stop on the stream, but now
that's what I was going for.
So let's all go regroup. I'll see you guys on the flip side, motherfuckers. Hail Satan! Bye!
Bye!